with the pen, I'm learning life. My face is divine, words inspire with perfect time. Nurtured right, them man there be learning lines, rehearsing life. Trust me, far from certified. Acting while you sleep, I'm working nights. I want all the ups to feel like that Jurgen guy on Merseyside.
Fuck's sakes, man. I always get that shit wrong. Big up everybody that's locked in. Like and subscribe, all of that crap. Big up everybody. Apologies for the lateness and all of that. Big up everyone that's in here. I don't know how many people are in here today. It's just stuck at 7 viewers, even though there's clearly more than 7 people commenting in the comment section. So big up everybody that's in here. Smash the like and subscribe button, all of that shit. And let me know how everybody's feeling. Let me know how everyone's feeling. Obviously, we're going to go into this Ronaldo topic. We're going to talk about Mason Mount, this contract stalemate, which hopefully continues. Hopefully it does continue. There's talks on, what's his name, Trossard and Ziyech links. There's a couple other links as well that we might get into, or we might save for tomorrow's stream, because I can't lie. I am stretching out all the content that I can. This next month is going to be long, people, but it's also going to be relatively peaceful without Chelsea to ruin our week. Big up everybody that's in here, though. Yeah, there's hella people in here. I don't know why they're telling me it's 7, but whatever. YouTube's just lagging out, I guess. But we move. Big up everybody that's in here. Let me know what you guys are saying. Bring CR7 to the bridge. We need a genuine leader with actual fight and hunger to improve the players around him. I don't know why you would want CR7 then, my friend, but we will delve into that. Big up Clicks, my guy. I'm saying I'll take Ronaldo over our rubbish. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This is the same thing that I was saying over the summer, but ever since Aubameyang came in, this transfer is just pointless to me. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Everyone, hit the like button, because I can't lie, that's the only way I'm going to tell how many people are watching, because this shit's just stuck on 7 viewers, and I know it ain't 7 viewers. So let me know how many people are in here. And yeah, hit the like button. Also, Jerseys FC, check them out in the description below for all your best affordable football kits. World Cup season is approaching, and if you want to forget about Chelsea, get your favorite country's football kits and use the code CarefreeLewisG for 20% off. Check out Flawless's tune down in the description below. He will be joining us as well to talk about this Ronaldo situation. And yeah, let's see what else everyone's saying. We're getting a lot of no to Ronaldos, a few yes to Ronaldos. Let me know, do you want to see Ronaldo at Chelsea? And tell me why he would improve us as well. That's the first thing I want to hear. How would he improve us? Jamie, thought you was ill. I was, but I was also just fucking exhausted. And I think I got even more ill because of that. All I needed was a good night's sleep. I feel straight back to normal. Let's call it Chelsea-itis, because I didn't start feeling sick until after that Newcastle game. So you know what? I'm just going to blame Chelsea for that. But we move. Ronaldo will bring more tourist fans, and the bridge will become Highbury in England. Well, it kind of already is. So wouldn't make much of a difference. 50 likes. I'm going to guess that's 50 viewers. Big up everybody that's in here. Been told over the weekend that Ruben Neves is once again coming up in recruitment. Interesting. I'm going to hold that one for later in the stream. Let me star that comment. Big up yourself. What else? Harrison says, no way does Mount deserve the same wages as James. Big fucking facts, but I'm going to go into that later on in the video. Big facts, though. If he's even asking for near that, get in the bin, bruv. Get in the bin. Big up Leslie, Nims, Fraser. No, Shameless will be around this week. Probably Wednesday or something we'll run it. I just couldn't do it last night. I couldn't fucking do it. I needed to sleep. It takes ages to set that stream up. And I can't lie, I'm not going to be ill as fuck just holding corn for an hour and a half, because my team is the only team that lost this weekend. So we'll do that on Wednesday. Oh, Black Friday in 2 weeks. Nice. What else is everyone? Nkuku. All right, cool. Oh, yeah, Alex, I'll give you a shout, bro. I'll give you a shout, my guy. Man, Kai's saying bring Ronaldo home as well. We're getting a lot of bring Ronaldo's to the bridge. Fuck. I only thought we'd get a couple comments. Shit. Okay, right. So let's get into this Ronaldo topic then. Because I can't lie, the only people who want to push Ronaldo to Chelsea, from what I'm seeing, are United fans. And that says a fucking lot to me. Right, so Chelsea are favourites to sign Ronaldo in January following Sunday's explosive interview, which the player has effectively burnt his bridges at Old Trafford. Ronaldo, the club's top earner, has played a bit part role under new manager Erik ten Hag, who the 37-year-old says he will never respect. Interesting. And was recently fined 2 weeks' wages and made to train with the reserves after refusing to come on against Tottenham. In a shock interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored, Ronaldo has accused ten Hag and 2 or 3 guys around the club of trying to force him out, insisting the fans should know the truth. Ronaldo is unlikely to ever play for United again, a little over a year after a much-lauded return, dubbed a homecoming by some, to Old Trafford. And Chelsea have immediately been installed as favourites to sign Ronaldo following Sunday's claims. And I'm not too surprised by that, because this guy shook his ass for all of Europe. And the only club that even looked interested was Chelsea. And when I say Chelsea, I just mean more Bowley and the board, because Tuchel said no about 6 times. And apparently, according to Ben Jacobs, one of the reasons why Tuchel said no was because he spoke to Ralph Rangnick about him. And you saw Ronaldo's comments about Rangnick too. He basically said he's not a coach. So they clearly had some level of falling out too. Now, I'm a patient man. I'm an understanding man. I understand why we are playing poorly. I understand the problems in the team, and I'm willing to be patient with Potter, with the board, and give them the time to maneuver us out of this situation. This is where I draw the line, because it makes absolutely no sense to me. Oh, we finally got the numbers up. 200 of you lot in here. Big up everybody. I do not get why we would go for Ronaldo. I was here for it in the summer. I'm not taking back anything I said at the summer, because I wanted a goal scorer. And Ronaldo, to me, fit the bill. We now have Aubameyang. This is pointless. Ever since Aubameyang came to Chelsea, it has been a pointless move. And people can go in the comments and say, oh, Aubameyang's been shit, man. He ain't done anything for us. Aubameyang hasn't been fed. The same way if Ronaldo was in this squad, he wouldn't be getting fed properly either. Aubameyang has not been missing chances for fun in any other game except maybe Salzburg. And honestly, if he did have better service, like in the Arsenal game, for example, I think a lot of people would look differently on him. But bringing Ronaldo is pointless, even for 6 months at this point, because Ronaldo ain't going to just sit on the bench. And if we're talking about who's better well-rounded, you can make an argument that Aubameyang is, because Aubameyang actually doesn't look that bad at linking up play. Ronaldo, from what I'm seeing at United, has completely gone backwards this season. Like, it's got to the point where now even he's missing chances for fun. He's fucking missing sitters away to fucking Amnesia or whatever the fuck that team's called. And you think this is going to be the right move for us? It doesn't make sense to me. You bring him from one bench to the other, he's just going to be toxic as fuck. He's going to make issues. And our dressing room is already toxic enough as it is. I do not get why bringing Ronaldo would change anything for us for the better. Because we brought in Aubameyang, and all it did was just show us that as much as goal scoring has been a problem for Chelsea, creativity is an even bigger issue. And Ronaldo is not going to fix those problems. We have other issues we need to sort out. We need to be bringing in a midfielder in January. We need to be bringing in wing-back depth, and we need creativity before you even look in Ronaldo's direction. So to me, this is pointless. Like, if Bowley is smart, he looks at this interview and he realizes that Tuchel was correct. If he doesn't, then shit, I don't know what to say. What that says to me is that the brand comes first. Like, this doesn't help any process for us. All this does is really help us sell shirts. And that's it. You can make the argument of would he be better for us than our other players and all of that. But fucking hell, half you lot in the comment section would be better than our attackers. That doesn't mean that you're the answer to our problems. Ronaldo isn't, respectfully. Let me see what everyone's saying, though. I had to go off on a little tangent. Oh, there's a super chat. Let me go through to the super chat and then I'll come back out. Aye, Flawless, I see you in here. If you're about now, I'll send you over the link too. What is everyone saying? Oh yeah, didn't even see the super chat. Big up Cameron saying on Talksport today, Piers in an interview said he turned down 350 million in Saudi for 2 years, and he says Jaws will be dropped where he plans to go to next. They're doing this like this fucking Antoine Griezmann documentary where he's like The Decision, or what was it, La Decision or some bollocks. Doesn't make sense at all. But whatever, as long as it ain't Chelsea, I don't give a shit. Paul, all right, we'll get to that. I said, bring him home, tired of Wirtz ball. You need Wirtz to create for him. That's the problem. And you see what happens when you have a striker and you need someone to create for them at Chelsea? This is what happens. And this is what happens. So please, I can't hear about Ronaldo because that is what will happen. It doesn't make sense, my friend. Doesn't make sense. We would literally be at the Chelsea retirement home. God forbid. Do we inherit? We would inherit speed, though. The one positive. That's the only positive we have to Ronaldo joining is speed. This is it. Big up speed and all of that. But, like, let's talk about on the pitch, please. We need creativity over goals. Like, Aubameyang is a goal scorer, bro. Like, if we fed Aubameyang consistent chances and he was missing consistently, fair enough. I would understand and I would be on the Ronaldo train too. Aubameyang has been feeding off scraps ever since he came. So, I don't see the point in it. Lewis admits it, you would sue loud if Ronaldo scored against Norwich and Forest. For the shamelessness, if he joined, I probably would. It still doesn't mean it's the right decision for us. But I am shameless, so it is what it is. Yeah, no, Tuchel was right. Tuchel was right on this. And do you see why we shouldn't bring Ronaldo? You have United fans advocating for it. United fans are willing to see their legend go to Chelsea because they know he's that washed. Don't do this shit. Don't feed into it, bruv. Big up Flawless. Yeah, Rooney caught strays. That was a bit mad. Fucking hell, Alex. What else? I said Lewis had rock. I mean, Minamino looks like a bit of a baller still. Ammonia. Oh, fair enough. Bro, the Chelsea admin pisses me the fuck off, you know. It's the most agenda-driven bollocks. He's a blatant Mountain Havertz stand because he fucking rims them off more than anybody else. Meanwhile, Jorginho gets man of the match. He never posts a man of the match picture. But when Mount does it, it's not even 10 minutes after the game and he's posted the picture. It's agenda-driven bollocks, man. Someone on Twitter said it's like LDN Football runs the account, and it actually looks like it. Self-destruct button. It doesn't benefit us at all. Yeah, Ronaldo has such a winning mentality, but when Manchester United are winning games, he's walking off the fucking bench and making it all about himself. Like, come on, guys. United have had 2 brilliant performances, and he's made it about himself after both of them. And what, you think he's going to come to Chelsea and be a team player? No, it's pointless. Even for 6 months, I'm not on it. If you guys want Ronaldo, let me know why in the comment section. Let me know why. I need to know why. You guys buy Arsenal players thinking you're stealing a great... I don't think Aubameyang's finished. Until Aubameyang is consistently missing chances, I don't see him as finished. I just see him as someone we're not feeding correctly. It's as simple as that. I don't think Aubameyang's been bad for us. He's had 1 bad game in a Chelsea shirt, in my opinion. And that's it. Just let man see the Sue at the bridge, and if that's literally the only reason why, fair enough. At least you're admitting it's just a bias and it's not a footballing reason. If you have a footballing reason, let me know why. Let me know. Ronaldo, Aubameyang, and Lukaku all up. Imagine Aubameyang's the most peaceful one out of the three of them. Boy. We're linked to Trossard and Cuckoo when we should be bringing in a midfielder in January. Likes of Edson Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez. We should be moving for that in January. Anything? Ronaldo scores what? What? This one? Shit, I don't even know if he scores that. Not even too sure. Lewis is... Yeah, bruv, trust me, man. This guy's PR is worse than Rashford's. But, hey, he said we all need to be back on it immediately from the World Cup. So I don't want to hear any waffle if he doesn't perform after the World Cup that, there's been a lot of fixtures and all of that crap. No. You want 250k a week, Mace? Earn it. Earn your contract. Simple as that. I'm going to get to Mount in a couple minutes. No matter what attacker we bring, Click Noses here. And right. So, Kai, do you understand now why Ronaldo to Chelsea doesn't work? Because you just said you wanted Ronaldo to Chelsea. Regardless, Mount and Havertz are there to fuck it all up for us. So it's pointless. It's pointless. Creativity first, and then get a goal scorer. Yeah, I'm surprised GoAM isn't here. He would be in his fucking bag with this stream. But, man, maybe he'll pop up later. Yeah, bro, half the players are better than CR37. Bro, CR37, CPR7, PCR7, PR7, CR Kelly, whatever you want to talk about with him, just keep him as far away from the bridge as fucking possible. Doesn't make sense. Oh, Charlie, yeah, cool. I'll send you over the link. Yeah, I got you on Twitter. Cool, that's fine. Man said, no, dude, man, fuck you, bruv. Can't be bothered. Anyone got any reasons why Ronaldo should be brought to Chelsea? We should cash in on Mount. Look at Tammy, he's doing wonder. We probably won't do that, though. Like, I'm happy for Mount to be, at the worst, a squad player. I don't mind him being that. But this stalemate is the first thing I've heard of contracts where I'm like, fair play, Chelsea. Don't offer him shit right now. I don't care if Johnny or any other Mount stan is pissed off about it. I will say it, and I will say it again and again until this guy turns up consistently. Do not offer Mason Mount a contract. Do not even consider giving him the same length or the same wages or even close to the same length or the same wages as Reece James. Because he does not offer the same consistency. Like, this stalemate, which I thought was very, very funny that this came straight after the game. Like, they could have done this any time over the last week or two, but all that tells me is that this has been leaked out a few days ago. Because if it was any time earlier than that, they could have leaked this after the City game. They could have leaked this after the Arsenal game. They could have leaked this after the Brighton game. But no, it was after this match on Saturday. So it's only been leaked a couple days ago, and good. He doesn't deserve those wages. He is not playing at the level of a player that deserves those wages. If you give somebody those wages, that length of a contract, you are saying that you're going to build the team around that player. Do not build this team around Mason Mount, because he's not producing or showing anything that makes me believe he's the player that we should build this team around. Build it around Reece James. Fine. Reece James plays consistently well. If we had better depth for him, he wouldn't be as injury prone. We wouldn't be rushing him back from injury every time and sending him straight back into the fucking medical room. Reece James is worth building the team around. Mason Mount isn't. You want that contract, Mace? Earn it. Earn it. And no one talked to me about the Champions League. Nobody talked to me about the Champions League because he hasn't played at that level since we won the Champions League. Until you play at that level consistently, don't even think you deserve that contract. We have had the likes of Frank Lampard, the likes of John Terry, Didier Drogba, Ashley Cole have to work for their contracts after already putting themselves up in the legend category. They have had to work for 1-year extensions on their contracts. And you're telling me Mason Mount deserves to just get handed it for doing fuck all for 6 months, more than 6 months. It's bollocks. Mason Mount does not deserve anything near what Reece James is on until he produces consistently in a Chelsea shirt. I do not give a shit what anybody has to say. And if anyone disagrees, let me know why. Let me know why. But I don't see any reason why Mason Mount deserves that contract. Because he is not producing at a level that warrants that sort of wage, that warrants that sort of backing that you give him a 6 to 7 year deal. It's stupidness. Absolute stupidness. And if that's been leaked from Mason Mount's camp, that ain't proper Chelsea, is it? That ain't proper Chelsea. If he was proper Chelsea, in my opinion, he would have taken a 2 to 3 year deal on the same wages. He would have produced for those 2 to 3 years, and then you would negotiate the same wages that Reece James is on. If he was proper Chelsea. If you're asking for those sorts of wages with that level of performance, you're a joke. You're an absolute joke. And I don't want to hear none of this proper Chelsea nonsense. Because it's a load of crap. Load of crap. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Sorry, again, had to go off on a tangent. I need to see what the comments are saying. Super chats. There's a few super chats. CR7 is too big for Chelsea club. Fair enough. Fair enough. He's too big for my football club. We're too small for Ronaldo. That's cool. That's fine. If not getting Ronaldo, then why do you just make these awful scenarios, bro? Why? That's terrible. Yeah, bro. That admin is a knob. Let's see what else is everyone saying. Having Ronaldo would cause more ego problems than we already have. Again, another reason why I don't want him. Oh, yeah, poll. Everyone wanted a poll. Give me a second. Shit. In fact, there was another super chat. Let me get to that first. Would you get Ronaldo if you get a proper midfielder? Not really. Not really. Because, like, he's only going to be here for 6 months. We already have Aubameyang. This thing's got pointless to me as soon as we got Aubameyang. That's my point. Baggy brown suits don't deserve 250k a week. Mount thinks he's bigger than the club with his BS apologies. Keep spitting flames, bruv. This league is an embarrassment from him personally. Meant to be our fucking future captain. What a load of arse. What a load of arse. I don't care who disagrees. It's a load of bollocks. Play better and earn the contract. Even the likes of Willian played to a level that made debates over whether he should have been re-signed. And you have Mount trying to force this narrative. It's a load of crap. It's a load of crap. What else to say? Lewis, can you... I've already criticised Potter at certain points. I'm just not Potter out. Like, regardless, I feel like a lot of people need to deep that the same arguments people are making against Potter are the same arguments Arsenal fans made about Arteta. And look where Arsenal are right now. I hate to even bring up this comparison, but we have to. Give fucking Potter some time, man. Our squad's the bigger issue. Mount translator. I've been focused on the World Cup all season, which is why I've been horrendous. Once the World Cup is over, I promise I'll try again. Exactly. And as a bare minimum, you better fucking turn up after the World Cup. Otherwise, do not talk about no contract unless you're accepting lower wages. How come you always slander Mount and Havertz who are young and not Jorginho? Have I not gone at Jorginho numerous times this season? This BS narrative makes no sense to me. Mount and Havertz play the most. They are way more disappointing to me than Jorginho is, so I go at them more. Why is there always a Mount and Havertz defense league in here? Can't be bothered. Like, I like Jorginho and I'm willing to say every time he plays poorly. You act like I blindly defend Jorginho. I don't. Would you stop Mount for Ronaldo? No. No. Ronaldo is pointless for us. No. It's Mount that has stagnated over the last year. Lampard did what he did and he helped us get top 4. I've got nothing against him. Bro, Johnny's my guy, but he can clip what I'm saying and he can respond however he wants to respond. I don't mind. He can bring me onto his stream and we can talk about it. I'm fine with that. I really don't mind. Ronaldo, you are not a serious individual, Poku. You are not a serious individual, my friend. One sec. What else is everybody saying in the comments? Things just lagging for a sec. Bear with me. Cool. No, that's Poku Doku's. I said Mount is West Ham level. Fair enough. Yeah, you know what? He's playing at that level. Although they're only like 5 points away from us or something. Exactly, Issy. This is the point I'm trying to make. I asked for a striker, and the creativity issue only became even worse. We now need creativity before we look at strikers. And if we're looking at strikers, why would our first option be a 38-year-old? When we're trying to build a squad, why are we going to bring in a 38-year-old? It's the dumbest move imaginable. This isn't a trust the process. This is a let's sell more shirts narrative. No Mount contract. Right now, fair, exactly that. Exactly that. And this is my point as well. The amount I remember seeing Johnny saying this as well, where he was like, how are people saying Mount doesn't deserve a new contract? This is why. He's not playing at a level that deserves that. Reece James, for how injury prone he is, whenever he plays, he's one of our best players. He is always consistent. So to me, he deserves it way more than Mount does. You see how much we struggle whenever Reece James isn't on the pitch. Our form literally dipped as soon as Reece James got injured. And even then we looked sus. Mount, like the last game I saw that he didn't play, we were creating hella chances. The game against Salzburg where he didn't play, we were creating hella chances. So why are we acting like we have to build the team around him? We don't. Right now, Mount looks like a squad player to me. He is genuinely Mason Milner. So to me, you would have to treat him that way until he plays like a player of the year. Because he hasn't for a while. Even last season's player of the year was fugazi as fuck. That should have been Silva. Should have been Silva. What else is everyone saying? Ronaldo. You just want to see me suffer, my guy. You just want to see me suffer. No one is proper Chels because at the end of the day, they care about themselves and money. Not saying they're wrong for doing that, but being proper Chels doesn't exist. That's a fair narrative. That's why I've lost passion for a lot of these players. They're just employees to me now. Do your job and I'll praise you. Don't do your job, I will criticize you. It is as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Another Ronaldo fan saying, take Ronaldo, please. He looks like such a great transfer for us to bring in. One that every United fan would love to offload. And so Norwich merchant. Which one, Ronaldo or Mount? Fucking hell, bruv. Mount play... Willian is still outperforming all of our attackers. Yeah, bro, like, it's Chelsea, innit, man? This club pisses me the fuck off. Pisses me off. What else is everybody saying? I did hear about Tuchel as England manager. I don't know why they're thinking of doing that after the World Cup. You bozos should have done that before. If Tuchel was our England manager right now, it could be coming home. Mr. Cup manager himself, it could be coming home. But nah, they want to do it after the World Cup, after England get knocked out. Alright. At the very least, I don't have to see Tuchel wearing another club's gear or anything like that. Also, definitely not an English club. Thank the Lord. But yeah, bring Tuchel in. Bring Tuchel in. It's coming home and all of that. All of that crap. There's another super chat. Run the likes up. Apparently, we haven't even got 100. Let me go back up now. Oh shit, yeah, we're at the 30-minute mark. Let me scroll through these comments. I'll send the link out. Rigo Park says Mount and Kai are young. What's the matter with you Mount Kai defenders? Yesterday, an 18-year-old Alejandro Garnacho came off the bench for United and scored. Let me add to that. In our last 2 games, our best player was an 18-year-old as well. Out of position. Not in his natural position. But when it's Mount and Kai, you want to fucking deep throat the pair of them and do this mental gymnastics, 10,000 word dissertations about how we're meant to find the best positions for them. Shut the fuck up. Please. Rigo Park, big up yourself, man. Because you just been spitting facts this entire stream, bro. I'm tired of the excuses for these bummy players. Kevin Tang says bringing Ronaldo would mean 2 things. Number 1, Potter is a yes man. He has no project. Bowley is a businessman. He has no plan. Other than the he has no project part, I would agree with everything you said. I do believe Potter has a project. I just don't believe bringing in Ronaldo does anything except hold that project back for another 6 months. And that doesn't help anybody, does it? Everyone hit the like buttons, by the way. No, bro. This is like genuinely like 2 homeless people fighting over who has more money. This is literally what it is. Havertz and Mount stands is 2 bozos. Run the likes up though, people. We got nearly 600 of you lot in here. I'm sure we ain't got enough likes. Oh yeah, shit. I still need to put this Ronaldo poll out. Give me a sec, guys, because YouTube studio is moving a bit nuts. Can I get my comment section? Here we go. All right, cool. Right, Ronaldo to Chelsea. Yes or no? There you go, my guys. Let me know what you're all saying. Mount has underperformed more than amount of money. Fucking hell, bruv. Fucking hell. Everyone said pause. No, there was no pause. I meant what I said with that. If you're still a Havertz or Mount stand, you just deep throwing the pair of them right now. I'm sick of hearing he's gonna. It's the only argument people have. Shirt sales. Like, I can't lie. A Ronaldo Chelsea shirt would look decent. I might cop one myself. That doesn't mean it's the right decision for us. It doesn't mean it's the right decision at all. I would rather never have the option for a Ronaldo shirt than Ronaldo be here. Ronaldo would transform the mentality. No, he wouldn't. He would just make it all about himself. Deep how United are playing better without Ronaldo, and Ronaldo is making it all about himself. So how would he transform anything when he is holding them back? 2 of the biggest moments they've had this season against Spurs and against Fulham, and he's made it about himself within hours. In the Spurs game, it didn't even take him till full time to take the attention away from the United squad. And you think he's going to be a positive for this club? The only positive would be that it's not bait that he leaves the dugout early because the tunnel's right next to the fucking home bench. That's it. It's such a pointless move, man. Oh, big up Steve, my guy. Big up, bro. I hope you're all good. This one of these. Fuck you, innit, man. I'm so sick of that excuse. Should put an bit late, but fair enough. Oh shit, Dan was at St. James's. I must have missed you. What a waste of my petrol. Oh, bro. You drove there and back. Fuck. Oh dear. Man said, are you a Lukaku stan? Nope. I backed him last season. I made a mistake. And I put my hands up and I admit when I'm wrong. I made a mistake with Lukaku. I ain't a stan though. No chance. Shirts and merchandise are actually more revenue than weekly ticket sales. Yeah, but weekly ticket sales aren't even that much in terms of revenue either. So shirts and merchandise ain't going to be that further ahead. It ain't going to make that much of a difference in general. Supporting your players equals deep throating. Weird agenda, mate. You were supporting Lukaku and J5 even when they cost us. Yet you are here in my streams bigging up Mount and Havertz when they cost us every week. So, weird agenda, mate. What a load of crap, bruv. I keep saying as well, agenda is only something that somebody says when they don't agree with your opinion. They make it sound worse than what it is because they call it an agenda. It's opinions. Call it an opinion if you want to be unbiased. If you want to be biased, you'll call it an agenda. If he was 33, then I would have him in. But I know he's deadwood. He ain't done nothing this season. Man United. So what? Make him do it for... Big facts, Dan. Can't believe I'm saying that. Big up, Dan. Big facts. Yes, and Mount and Havertz destroy our attacks every game. And what? What? I know Jorginho's shit in transition. You think I don't say it? The Jorginho stan. So what are you waffling about? Anything else? Yeah, that R9 stuff was disgraceful, but we move, bro. But we move. Bro, I'm just tired of all the waffle, man. Like, we just scraped being in 8th place because United beat Fulham, and I'm here having people waffle to me about Mount and Havertz. Just drop it, bruv. Let them play well and then talk about them. You think I haven't praised Mount for playing well whenever he rarely does? You think I don't praise Havertz when he rarely turns up for a half? It's not my fault the guys you stan are fucking shit. It's as simple as that. Fucking hell, man. Who's been our best attacker this season? Sterling or Pulisic? It's between Sterling, Pulisic, and Aubameyang. And it says a lot because Aubameyang's feeding off scraps. Sterling's been crap for the best part of a month and a half. And Pulisic barely even gets a start, let alone 30 minutes off the bench. But it says a lot. They're probably our best 3 attackers. Exactly! And they want to waffle to me about a guy who's not even here and Jorginho. A guy who, in spite of being poor this season, has been way more consistent than Mount and Havertz ever have. Like, I don't get it. Just stop standing players in general. I barely even bring up Jorginho. People bring him up to me all the fucking time. Why do you bring him up to me? I don't bring him up. It's fucking bollocks, man. I ain't got time for this shit. Because he's more consistent. That's my argument. Right. Anything else, or should we just send the link out? And even in spite of that, I can talk to you about Jorginho's deficiencies every time. Didn't know you had a channel or didn't care, bless. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. I don't know. He's just as good. Just as good as what? He's not feeding off scraps. Ain't we meant to play much more fluid and cohesive as a team when Havertz is up top? Because that was the argument last season. And then when that happened, he had 19 big chances missed in the season. So I don't want to hear it. Right, yeah, I'm just tired of this shit. I'm going to send the link out. Right. Before the comment section triggers me anymore, let me just throw it out. Hit the like button as well, people, by the way, on your way into the stream. And if you're still here anyway. Cool. Wait, is that everyone? No, not yet. Not the worst part of these player stands is, God forbid Mount or Havertz play well. You can't even enjoy it because they'll just be on your neck like, oh, I told you. Fucking bollocks, bruv. Player stands need to die, man. Support the fucking team over the players. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just sending it out to everybody else, and then we'll be here. I think that's everybody. Where's everybody? Have I missed anyone? Oh yeah, Charlie. Charlie wanted the link. Oh, that's on my fucking other account. Where's Charlie? Cool. Right. Who's in here? There's a couple people. Oh, fuck it. Oh, there's a lot of people in here. Yes, everybody. Yes, guys. What's everybody said? What's everybody said?
This fan base is cancerous. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, keep spitting.
Here we go.
I can't even lie. Like the levels of defense that people go to for these guys, like people talking about Havertz is living off scraps. He's the guy that's feeding. He's cooking up those scraps. That's what he's cooking up. He's the one cooking up the scraps. That's his doing. Just the fucking fan base. Just want to defend these
Just
guys.
as Josh wants me to suffer, I want him to suffer. CR7, come on.
You
Come on,
saw Ronaldo.
I want.
If we get Ronaldo,
Wait. One at a time, guys. Alex. Go on, Alex.
I want Scott to suffer. Just like the rest of us.
Oh, fuck you, Alex.
No, you wish, but no.
If Ronaldo comes to this club, we're not serious.
I want you.
If Ronaldo comes, we're not a serious club. That'll be the point at which we
One at a time, people.
Can I answer Scott? Can I answer Scott?
Yeah, go for it.
Scott, we had an attack of Havertz.
I don't care, bro.
We're not serious, bro.
Genuinely, I'm taking that attack over.
Doesn't help nothing.
I was going to say Ronaldo makes that worse. You realise that? Like Ronaldo just makes the whole situation worse.
That doesn't change the fact that we are not serious already,
Cool, bro.
Yeah,
Cool, then go and improve it. Go and improve it by getting better players than Ronaldo. Don't go out and get a guy who's cancerous to his own locker room.
Hey, Floss, you're a cancer, man.
Bro, we've got one cancer in the fan base. I don't need another one in the locker room.
We have more than one cancer, man. I have many of them.
So why add another tumor to it?
I was going to say exactly, bro. If we've got about 2 or 3 cancerous
kill
tumors, why
another
go and add
one.
another one, bro? You
Sometimes
just want the whole club to
this
die
is
at
how
this
the
point.
disease work, man. Stop.
Yeah,
You keep adding disease to it.
You don't know how
Cancer.
to use it.
Well, here's the difference, right? One of the
The
tumors is
strongest
benign.
will survive.
One of the tumors is benign, Ronaldo, and the other tumors are cancerous. So I'll take the benign tumor over the cancerous tumors any day of the week.
But are you
This team
satisfied
sucks,
with
man. This team-
Aubameyang? Yeah,
And
but
Ronaldo makes it worse.
Aubameyang
And Ronaldo makes it worse. If you still want Ronaldo,
Everybody's talking over everybody.
on a serious note, if you still want Ronaldo after the shit that he pulled last night, the only explanation is you're a Ronaldo fanboy. That's the only explanation is you're a Ronaldo
That's
fanboy.
why I want him, bro, because of the shit.
Cool, then that tells me everything. You're just a fanboy and you want his shirt. Like you want his name on the back of your shirt. That's all it is.
No,
It's
I
just-
just want
I want him to
Scott.
speak, bro. I want him to speak. I'm like, sing
Right,
Ronaldo.
Alex, the
sing,
reason
bro.
Alex
Come on,
wants Ronaldo, I fully get. The reason Alex wants Ronaldo, I get, and it's kind of jokes. Like that's fair enough. If you on a serious note want Ronaldo at this football club, then the only explanation is you're a fanboy. You don't want the club to get better. You just want Ronaldo.
Listen, Alex. Alex, you too. Remember when I told you that this is a club that he's a quote unquote legend in, is the greatest player ever has played there. He doesn't give a fuck about them. He's gonna come here and care about us.
I don't care about us.
Because blue is his favorite color.
From what it
man.
sounds like,
You don't care, do you?
Scott wants me to suffer. I'll go and give him right back the suffering.
That's the thing, and the thing is, right? I know why Alex wants him, and it is jokes, like, and that's why I'll accept it. Like that's fair play, because like I know it's just because he wants me to suffer back. Like it's just kind of like to take the piss.
You want me, my
Exactly,
kids to
like that
suffer,
I
now
get.
you're gonna get.
That I get. If you genuinely want him at this football club, I don't know what to say to you anymore. This guy doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't, like Dan said, he doesn't care about a club that he's a legend at. Like,
doesn't sound like they
he
care
does
about
not
him
give a
either.
fuck.
Yeah, they don't care about me. They're doing
don't.
constant
Hey,
too,
man.
man. So.
So what? He's meant to speak. So what he did yesterday, bro, the way he spoke about his club yesterday makes Lukaku's interview look like nothing.
He did,
Bro,
man.
it
He
makes
said
Lukaku's interview look like a friendly chat between friends.
everything is outdated, from the faculties to the chefs. Everything is old, man.
He just said everything we all know.
No.
We all know that about United. They're a bum club. It's a shit place to be.
Yeah,
They did
but
have
that
issues. They
bum
had
club
issues
give
with
you
stadium.
500K though. Like,
I was going to say they're giving you 500 grand a week.
So what, man? That's
He
just
makes their
money.
team. He makes
He'd
their
rather
team worse.
play.
The fact that he makes their team worse, he's a cancer in the
Daniel,
locker
wait.
room.
Daniel,
He'll
you've got an
literally just
echo,
bring-
so just unmute whenever you want to speak, please.
He's a cancer in the locker room. He does not give a fuck. We'd have to pay him exorbitant wages. He would make the team worse. There is no positive to bring Ronaldo to this club apart from his fanboys get to buy a shirt with the name in his back.
And yet it will make me. I'm gonna be bringing Scott on every stream.
Bro, every
His
teammates
seem
Sue
to like him.
is an attack on Scott, man. Every Sue, man. Sue attack. Scott goes into pressure.
Yeah, Scott, the echo might be from
Calm
you.
down, bro.
But just unmute whenever you want to speak. That's fine. Ace Ready said Lukaku interview.
Why is this fraud of
you still echoing?
Fatur?
You're good. You're good.
Fuck you, Alex. Fuck you, Alex.
It's gone,
and then it was like, ooh, Sue. What did you tell me to fuck you, Alex? And now you Sue.
Sui. You don't know Sui?
I don't give a fusui.
I told you.
Sui, that's Sui.
Fatur is an NPC, bro. NPC, bro. He says a few lines and stops talking.
Yep.
Says a few lines again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You see, no one's even saying why. We're just getting a bunch of Sues in the comment section. I can't be bothered.
No, there's people saying Alex ain't real fan. I don't give a fuck what you feel.
If you don't laugh, you cry,
You're
man.
a
That's what it
plastic
tells
guy.
right now, man.
Tip top,
You think
man.
anyone's
Absolute
serious
tip top,
about
you
this
are.
squad anymore? We've all just admitted they're all just shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing. Like, what have we been watching for the last 2 months? This team stinks. I don't
You
give a
guys-
shit about bringing. I don't
you
care
guys
about bringing
say we need
Ronaldo in
players
for
that
6
will
Fuck
months.
you,
Fast.
Fatur,
Ronaldo
and your
doesn't.
mustache when they'll finally meet each other.
Nobody's helping this shit show right now.
Fatur just look like he fishes, bro.
Anyway,
That's yeah.
Did you guys see that Peter Drury comments about Chelsea, man? I put them in the private chat. It killed me, man.
The what? Chelsea
Peter-
Playing a new kind of
consistent
pressing.
team. 1 win in August, 1 win in September, and 1 win in October. It's just like the menstrual cycle.
This
If they don't win in November, know that they're pregnant. No way
Hey,
did he say that.
Peter Drury is a goat. He is
He
just
is the
he's
fucking
funny as
real
fuck.
I don't know why he's not at Sky Sports. I'll take him over Martin Tyler.
What's
every
that?
day.
Because of jokes like this, bro. That's why
Right.
I don't come over.
Fucking funny. He has a way with words.
Chelsea are playing a whole new type of pressing, deep pressing. Fuck it
He's
out.
right, man.
Fuck
Yes.
it out. Fuck it
How
out.
is he? Bro, forget. Ace Ready says Lukaku interview worse or Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Probably the Ronaldo.
Lukaku,
one. Like,
Lukaku.
doesn't
No,
make
it's
the
Ronaldo.
difference.
Depends on the fan
Ronaldo
base.
went
Ronaldo.
Piers Morgan.
It depends on the fan base.
Whoa,
Why?
Lukaku's
No,
worse for
you know why
Chelsea.
Lukaku's worst? Lukaku's worst because Lukaku's sitting on the couch with his hand behind the couch, sitting, feeling super fucking comfortable, bro. Just saying how Tuchel uses him wrong, you know. Ronaldo had an alibi. for that,
Ronaldo
didn't
said he didn't know who the manager was. Like, what?
I was going to say he
Yes.
literally I was going to say it's not like he's
No,
talking
it
about like a
depends on
guy
the
who's
I don't know
been in
who
a
he is. Who is this
he
guy?
was talking
I
about
was gonna say,
Ralph.
it's not even
He was
like he's
talking about
talking
Ralph.
about a
Rangnick.
guy who's been a-
Guys, everybody is literally interrupting the other person mid-sentence.
Yeah,
Like, Scott, you were saying something. We'll start
I was
with
gonna
you.
say with the manager thing as well, like that. I genuinely can believe that. It's not even like he's talking about a guy who's been in the game for like a year, and this is his first club. He's talking about a guy that's managed 5 clubs, but like literally built clubs up from nothing to something. And like this guy has no
that doesn't
idea
mean
about
him
his own
knowing
sport
who
as
the
he's
fuck
in.
he is. He's
Yeah,
nobody.
you know
in
why, right?
managing
He's
business.
While
got-
Rangnick was doing
Exactly,
all
he's
that,
nobody, man.
Ronaldo was winning.
Yeah. He's nobody in the manager's business. Come on.
Yeah.
Especially
Hey,
compared to
that-
Ronaldo, bro.
hey, if you
That's
think
all.
he's nobody, that just shows me the level of like what I'm dealing with here. If you think he's nobody in this game,
Is he
that's
as
what I'm saying.
Scott? Is he as big as Ronaldo though?
Oh
Is he as
my
big of a manager as
God,
Ronaldo as a player, man? No way, man.
Scott, what the fuck?
Depending
does
on
that
which
mean?
way you look at it,
The
I was
level-
going to say,
the
depending on
level-
which way you look at it, again,
Okay,
Kai,
come on,
again,
Name me
if-
the
again-
clubs that he
Okay,
managed.
Scott, you're shameless for that,
Alex,
bro.
shush, man. Fuck, now let him speak.
am I allowed to
Let-
speak?
name me-
Again,
Scott,
it
name me
depends.
the clubs that he managed.
Am I allowed to answer the questions
Guys,
that I've been
can we
fucking
let one
asked?
person finish their sentence before you respond?
I got about
Scott,
3
finish
questions
your
asked
point.
at me and didn't get allowed to answer any of them. Again, it depends on which way you look at it. No, he's not as big in terms of like the actual the size of trophy won, but it depends on which way you look at it. Like I said, this guy built at least two, probably three clubs up from nothing to something. Again, it depends on the way you look at it. That means something. That is big, depending on how you look at it. I'm not saying he's big in terms of what he's won. I'm saying in football, you should know who is managing you, and you should know the history of someone that is coming into the thing. The fact he doesn't just shows me he's arrogant. He doesn't give a fuck. The fact he's saying about this, no mention about this, no mention of this in terms of from about previous managers, about Oli or nothing. No, it's about someone who's actually been in the game and done something. But people don't want to overlook that because all they see is the Premier League. Because it's English and it's Premier League, and that's the big thing because they don't want to do research. This guy's arrogant, and if anyone here genuinely thinks that the Lukaku interview was worse, again, you're just a Ronaldo fanboy and you're trying to.
No, I think it was worse. I'm not even a Ronaldo fanboy.
The worst.
Yes, you are, Kai. Did you think that was worse? Sorry.
How am I a Ronaldo fan? I don't even care about
Chelsea
Ronaldo.
Was saying that he wasn't adapting. Sorry, he said he wasn't adapting to the system, but he was trying to find a way with Tuchel to rectify that, and then just did a big apology.
He also said he wants to go back, stay over Real, come back to that club.
He said he wants to go back to Inter at one point. Did he at any point actively come out and say the way this club is run is shit? The manager is a fuck.
Look at the way Ronaldo did it, yeah?
Where's he at right now?
No, let me get to it, yeah? Because you guys said your comment. Let me just get to it.
Go on, Scott.
You said Ronaldo didn't even mention anything about the training, about Ten Hag not being a good coach. He said, if he doesn't respect me, I don't respect him. And the reason I'm siding with Ronaldo over the Lukaku one, because his daughter was sick, and his daughter is 1 year old, and he wanted to see her, and they start treating him bad because of that. So obviously, it's not the same thing as Lukaku. Lukaku just wanted his fat-ass sweet Italian food. This guy actually was caring about his kids, man. So I'm it's not even close to me in the course. I'm not even nowhere near a fucking Ronaldo stand.
By the way, I think it depends on the fan base. For Chelsea, Lukaku's interview worse than what for Man United fans.
No,
for Man United, it's okay. But the fact is that you got upset about Ronaldo. The fact tells me at all about you, Scott. Just like everything you know about us. Everything what I know about you, Scott, is you actually think that what's the name? You think more about Manchester United fan worrying about what other fans saying than what you about your own fans. That's it. Take that, Ronaldo.
Firstly, we're comparing it because we're talking about Cristiano Ronaldo coming to Chelsea. That's why we're comparing the two, and you actually have to. Ronaldo's interview is 10 times worse, and not just because he doesn't know who Ragnick is. I expect
for Chelsea fan or for Man United
for football. Fans? It's not fans of this for football. Talk about the interview itself.
I agree.
We're talking about the interview itself, not for Chelsea fans. I don't give a fuck what happens at any other club, but if we're talking about in general, what he said and what he expounded on was 10 times worse. But not the fact that he doesn't know who the manager is. I promise you, most top players don't know half of football because they don't fucking watch it. They go home, enjoy their lives, leave it alone. They don't give a fuck about what you're doing in Portugal, 2nd division or 3rd division or German 2nd division, building a team like mine. I don't care who you are. I care if you've won something or if I played against you or blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to kill him for not knowing who he is. I am going to kill him for coming out and saying it. You're not supposed to say that. I don't care, if it's true, if it's not true.
Look, I'm not saying he did the right thing. I'm just saying it's kind of funny that Chelsea fans got offended about it.
No, I think it's right.
There's a narrative.
Man United fans, they should be offended. Chelsea fans, why would I give a fuck what he did?
There's a narrative that we're linked to him, Alex. There's a narrative now that we are now favorites.
No, there's no narrative. There's interview and there's Chelsea fans. There's no narrative.
The narrative is coming from Chelsea fans. It's coming from journalists. It's coming from brown envelopes, quote unquote. It's not reliable, but
we're supposed to write the papers on it, do we? I supposed to write the paper on it?
So but we debunked the narrative by saying we do not want this character at our club. It's based off.
Are you asking me a question about him coming to the club? Or are you asking me a question? Should I
about your United interview? Exactly, man.
Yeah, what the hell?
It's not even the same thing, man. Like I don't want Ronaldo. Like jokes aside, I don't want Ronaldo.
Why am I not upset about interview that what's his name? What the fucking face did? Liz Truss. Why are you not upset about Liz Truss interview?
Bro, I am more upset.
Is Liz Truss signing for Chelsea?
I am more upset. I'm more upset about Mount doing an interview with Chunks.
Ronaldo is not signing for
doing an
Chelsea.
interview with these guys.
I don't give a dash. But if you were to ask me, okay, yeah, now the rumors are he's linked to Chelsea, I would say I wouldn't want this character based off this, that, and the third. I'm not saying, oh yeah.
Well,
I'm
say
angry
that.
about
Don't
it.
But that's not irrelevant to us,
No.
though. We were asked about the interview itself. We don't care where he goes. We don't want him at Chelsea. That's not the point, though. The point you were asking me and Alex, what do you think about the interview? But that's irrelevant to us as Chelsea fans. But how is that relevant to him coming to us?
United fans say, ha, you legend, take it.
Bro, he said everything is bad. He said
Man United fans like, why you so upset about Lukaku's interview? Why are you so upset about Lukaku? I don't feel nothing. Nah, he didn't say nothing. It's not that deep. When Man United told me that, do you think I'm gonna say that same shit to them? Fuck them.
Yeah, we better not sign him. We better not sign him.
I hope not, but we were the only clubs actually seriously linked with him in the summer. Everyone else just rejected him left, right, and centre.
That's because we have money. That's why we're linked for him.
No, because he's washed and it's because he's shit now.
Yeah, but why are we linked to him?
Why are we not trusting the process? You don't believe in process? Potter say no to him?
I fucking hope Potter says no to him. There's only a super chat. No, there's only a super chat that said it properly. If he comes in, maybe Potter is just a yes man. Maybe he is. It will say a lot.
That's my point. That's my point. Why are you not trusting the process?
Ronaldo for 6 months ain't no process.
Do you think Potter's going to do the exact same thing that Tuchel did that got him fired?
I think that was because that was way more soft than just the Ronaldo thing that got him sacked.
That was a big component of it. Apparently, correct? That he was not willing to.
Big Ron, you special.
And the 4-4-3, the 4-4-3 thing that also.
I think it was one component. It wasn't like a big one, but it was one.
Yeah.
No, the component was that he wouldn't explain why he didn't want.
Yeah, that's more what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the player specifically. I'm talking about the idea of when an owner asks you something, you just poo-poo him and tell him to go fuck himself. Like,
just explain why you don't want him.
You have to remember there is a hierarchy here, and Bowley and Egbali are at the top of that hierarchy, right? So it's not Potter and whoever he wants. It's who did the ownership want? What are their player developers telling them these are guys we should be looking at? And then also from a commercial standpoint, there are going to be certain players that they look at for commercial reasons, whether you like it or I like it or not. And I'd say right now we're in a pretty poor spot. Publicly looking at the team is shit. They're not playing. Potter's taking a lot of shit. There's nothing positive going on at the club right now. They're not doing anything. As far they're not winning games. They're sort of a laughing stock. We're sitting mid-table. Like ownership are going to look at that and say, like, all right, well, we need to change this up a bit. We need to do something that might get these guys going a little bit. And listen, I don't think Ronaldo's certainly not an answer, not a long-term answer. But if they want to bring him in for 6 months, from what I'm watching now, I could give two shits if he plays for this club for 6 months and then takes off. Like, it's so stupid to think like, oh no, we're going to continue to watch these assholes play. Like, come on, man.
So what? Your thought is just, hey, we're shit. We're going to be shit this season. Might as well.
This season is a throwaway season. If anyone thinks that they're managing any other way, or their Potter has shown anything other than like he's given a rein to sort of do what he wants, I think you're crazy. I don't think there's any ambition right now in this team to do anything as far as competing in this league for this season. Nothing.
Yeah, but you think you would let him fall all the way to 12 or 9th?
What are we, like 2 points away from that anyway? Who gives a shit?
No. I don't think I think the only reason, if we sign him, which I don't think we will, because I do trust the process. Like, I'm trusting the process, but I'm so freaking afraid what Potter is going to do.
You're capping, bro.
Don't be afraid. Trust it, Alex.
You're capping, bro.
Trust it, bro.
What I'm saying is the only reason he's doing is for Championship League 6. We're still in the Championship League.
That's our only
reason he wants.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think people are maybe a bit naive to think how much power Potter has in player selection. I don't think he is going to have that kind of say that people think he's going to have a say in. That's why we're bringing in all these guys, all these different scouts and talent evaluators. They're going to bring a list of names and say, these are guys we think will improve this football team, and he's going to probably just say yes, because I think his title as a head coach is there to just literally develop players. He's not there to have a say in who comes and who goes.
That's not a fair characterization of Potter. Come on, like
he seems like he's
to imagine.
Yes, Daniel.
One at a time, guys. Daniel, what were you saying?
There is no way that they bring in his director of football from his old club, his recruitment chief, right, and his head of scout from his old club. So 3 people from his old club and the board, and he doesn't have a say on what players come in or what profiles he's getting in or whatever it is. Like, we're trying to rebuild our team, and we're thinking about bringing a 38-year-old with the other 38-year-old that we have and 33-year-old that's starting, and like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if we're building a project, whether we finish 9th or not, it doesn't make sense for us to get this guy at all. And if we do get him, then I don't believe in this project. I'm off the train. However they do it, they can do it. They don't need my belief to actually make shit work, but just personally, I don't believe that we're not trying to build a fucking project. You don't try to build a project and you bring Cristiano Ronaldo in. Exactly. He's not a project player. That's
my answer to all of the criticism.
On the top of the hill. Like, once your team is built and is ready, then you bring him in, and then he can have his clutch moments, blah blah blah. But when you bring him in now, what's different to our team and to Manchester United's team that he was playing in and that he hated? Like, what's the difference?
Probably we have a better dressing rooms.
He'll get to play.
Well, worse probably.
and he gets to make the team work.
He gets to play. So if so then Potter has no choice but to play him every game because you brought in the player that you know how he is.
Well, he already does. He already does that with other players in the team.
Potter does sound like that kind of guy. The way he speaks.
Because he benched Sterling, who's played almost every game, has played the most minutes.
Well, Sterling called himself. He called himself in sick.
He called himself sick. He didn't bench him. He wasn't.
He benched him before. The game prior wasn't the front line. Ziyech, Pulisic, and Broha. And Aubameyang.
Oh yeah, in the League Cup.
He just don't even play anyway.
Who was the?
He don't even play anyway, man.
You're saying League Cup like we haven't not won in 5 games. Like, he didn't want to win that game. What are we talking about?
Bro, he wanted to win. He just doesn't know how to win.
You're telling me if it was a League Cup game, Cristiano Ronaldo wouldn't play in it against City?
No, I just feel kind of like the guy put him in a left wing wing back possession before. The guy literally stuffed.
No, it's not a wing. It's not a wing back position, Alex. That's what he said. He said Sterling has never played left wing back for his team. All right.
It's a defensive attacker, bro.
Listen, whatever you want to call it.
Fata. I'm gonna bring Flawless in. Hop back in.
Defensive attacking mid, bro. Yeah. That's what it is.
Fuck you, Fata.
That's the player with the highest wages on this club, and he's being able to. They're pushing him in wing back, blah blah blah, whatever you want. You will never.
But that's a good sign. Not to give any more high wages.
You will never in this life put Cristiano Ronaldo on as a wing back or whatever. You will die before that happens.
Hey, yo, big up. Hey, yo, Lewis,
imagine Cristiano Ronaldo is the wing back.
He will kill you with his own hands.
Can you imagine him?
He's gonna walk out. Watch Mount miss the throw ball, but he's gonna walk out. He's like, "Fuck you, bro. I'm not playing."
Watch Pulisic hit another like air ball. Like completely missed the ball.
Welcome back, Fata. Big up, bro.
Yeah, why you brought back that Fatur shit?
Shut up, Alex. Absolute cunt. You're a plastic, Alex. You're not a big fan, eh? Fuck off, mate. Fuck it out. Absolute rat you are. Fuck's sake.
Fuck you know, right? Rigo Park says. Rigo Park says.
Yeah.
One second. Rigo Park says I would see.
You fake Indonesian.
Alex, wait, let him do this. Alex,
you Skyrim NPC, bro. That's what you are.
Guys, let me read the super chat. Rigo Park says, why would CR7 want to come here? We're a mess. We're not making UCL. We won't even be here if we make top 4. CR7 would bully Potter. Best CR7 can do at Chelsea is give Mount fashion advice. That is the only assist Mason Mount could ever give.
Can I just say, actually, so a few people have mentioned that, and I just want to bring it up. Say we get Ronaldo in now. The way that he spoke about Ranić, right? And Ranić's a much higher manager in terms of status than Potter is. What the fuck do you think he's going to do to Potter in the way he's going to speak about?
He shoves him in a locker.
I was going to say, you might want him to come in just so he can just do jobs.
He looks like a Tesco security guard, man.
Maybe he'll slap some tactical knowledge into his head.
I know that. I know. That's why I said the only reason you people want him here is so they can get his name on the back of their shirt. That's all they want.
And tell their
It's
friends
the name on the back of their shirt. They can. No, it's Dad. I tell you what, it's so they can get the name on the
Why
back
is
of their
Scott
shirt.
even? None of us said we want him here.
I already bought my shirt, man.
I already
So they can get the name on the back of their shirt. It's so they can get the name on his back of his shirt, and when he scores a penalty against Norwich or Bournemouth, they can sue.
Ronaldo's not even here, but I'm already happy. Scott is suffering.
Bro, when we play, I tell you what, when we play,
and
can I just say, when we're playing Plymouth and he scores a penalty and does the sue in front of the Plymouth fans, oh, I'm gonna be feeling great.
And so will I, bro. Shamelessly, I'll do sue all the way to the neighbors can hear it, bro.
Bro, the same way
I'm guessing
against
here. You lot don't want Ronaldo. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, fuck off. He can go
I don't
retire in
care.
Portugal.
I don't care.
Go retire in Portugal, man.
Everyone, you turn now. Yeah.
I just
Kai and Josh still want him. I think
I don't. I'm
Who said we want
indifferent
him?
about
I
him.
just want.
Who said? I'm not different about it. We have a lot bigger issues in the team already, man.
So it's just Alex then.
No, just Alex.
Get off the
Just
fucking
Alex.
fence,
And all
Kai,
the
you
reason
pussy.
I
Get
want
off the fence.
for Scott to suffer because he wanted me to suffer before with the shit football we play now. I want him suffer back.
We're all suffering.
What are you about?
You
ain't suffering, man. What you about?
It's not shit, bro. You don't like it. They give everything to football, bro. I love the give it. They give everything to
And
football, bro.
another thing, I just want to see if the process is even real. Because if we sign in Ronaldo,
That's a fair
fuck
point.
all of you with process. Because there is no process. There's no process if we sign him.
The process.
I can already see it. I can already see it. Man, Ronaldo's a good boy. He likes to
The
play,
process
bro.
should be you lot signing Cristiano Ronaldo, innit? So is there any truth
we're
to this?
good.
Is
We're
there
good,
credible
flawless.
source?
We're good, bro.
No.
What's going on? Yeah, big
I
up the
don't
chat
think
as
so.
well. Big up the panel. You know what I'm saying? Lajot, Lewis.
There's
love
been
every
links
time,
saying Chelsea will go in again, and it's mostly just going off the fact that we were the closest club to bringing Ronaldo in. And also,
Let's go, man.
if he got rejected by all of Europe, what's going to happen again in January, other than just continue to get rejected by all of Europe?
Rejected. The
Listen,
mighty Chelsea going through.
I'd rather
Yeah,
sign
touch me.
you as DM than sign that guy. I'm sorry, bro. I'd rather bring you in. I
you
do not
don't-
want this guy in my club, bro.
You lot will hate me. I'll get cooked in transition, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
Yeah, we already
I-
have Jorginho.
Already get cooked.
I'm
in
just
transition, bro.
Jorginho with melanin.
We
That's
already
it, you know
have
what I'm saying?
we
Don't get
already
cooked.
have a person that gets cooking in transition.
Yeah, you know what I'm
His
saying?
name is Fatur.
I just be Jorginho with it. That's what it is.
He get
Listen, man. Listen. Every point that Josh made about marketing.
You're a fake Indonesian, you know.
Quickly, every point Josh made about marketing, about the face of the league, is the same shit that we're hearing about Endrick, right? Which makes sense. You're getting a young guy from Brazil who's the next Brazilian star, so you can capture the entire South American market.
Yeah.
That's a smart move because you're getting a good young player and you're trying to capture the market. It's 2-in-1. Getting an old guy for 6 months. It doesn't make sense. There's nothing for
16 years old,
We
bro.
are-
I'm not.
Look,
I want to see the
we
process.
already
Not
have-
die before it happens, bro.
We
you
already
get that
have
kid,
LeBron
if you
James
get
of
that kid,
soccer.
you have Brazil.
Now we all.
Yeah, come get
We
Cristiano
need to-
Ronaldo to complete it, man. You should. You got Thiago Silva, who's 37, 38 doing business. So then you go sign Ronaldo up top. It works. You know what I'm saying? In that, it works.
All we need
Ronaldo
is
and Aubameyang up top?
Ronaldo or back. Hey, you lot make it work, innit? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just giving the
That's
ingredients.
Bring-
you lot pop.
Bring Lukaku back. Bring Lukaku back as well,
Hey,
man.
if you want to, Lukaku,
That's a
Ronaldo,
fun
that
three,
could work.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Can
That
you
must be the
imagine
slowest-
Lukaku
that must
come
be the-
back and Ronaldo's already here?
They can talk about Calvin Klein commercials,
Ronaldo
bro.
Okay, do you think?
Fan, bro.
What about the double interview? The double interview.
Facts.
They
Round
combine
table with
together
Aubameyang,
to.
Ronaldo, and Lukaku.
Bro, I can already see it. I can
Yeah,
already
have
see it.
Pulisic read us his book.
You can
This
call it
Potter guy's
complaining.
clueless,
It's
man.
like
That's the
Florida.
interview. The
It's
three of them will put
Florida.
it together.
Bally
And
wanted to play
everyone
4-4-3,
wanted
but Potter didn't know how to do it, so he fired him.
Can you imagine Auba, Lukaku, and that Auba,
should, man.
Lukaku, and
They could call
Ronaldo?
it blue table
That
talk,
will,
man.
I
You know
will
what I'm
call
saying?
I will
That
call a
could
front
run.
three Florida because
Fire.
that's the state where people go to retire.
Well, we're the
Offensive
Florida
Florida.
of the Premier League.
100%, man. The whole
That
London
used to be
Cowboys thing.
Arsenal, bruv. Look at the
You know what I'm
state
saying?
of my
London
club.
Cowboys.
Wait,
Look
don't we
at
have the
Cowboys,
oldest
man.
team in the league?
I'm
I
just
think we
saying.
Do we have the oldest team in the league?
I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't know.
I feel like,
No.
I feel like
Ronaldo
2
comes
years ago we had the
from
youngest team. In the league.
Not 2 years. Last year we had the second youngest team in the league.
There's
How
no
the
way
hell
last
we
year we had the
became
second
older?
youngest. There's no
And
way.
where
last
did-
year
And where did
Yeah,
that get
we
you, Alex?
were.
You need to go
Before
experience,
Arsenal.
man. Ronaldo. That's where you need to go.
Let's look this up.
Yeah, why is that flawless? Try to sell it to us from a Chelsea perspective.
Arsenal was the youngest, and we're right in front of them. Let's
wait. Flawless. Try and explain it from a Chelsea.
No, I don't want to hear it.
I don't know. Like PR, you know what I'm saying? It'll help you lot sell shirts. You lot ain't doing anything this season anyway. You know what I'm saying?
We don't need PR, bro. We already have players with amazing PR, bro.
The only way we can get championship league if we're gonna win it, and Ronaldo is the plan.
Why are you lying, bro?
This U-turn is amazing.
What?
Though, the summer
For the
was
2021-2022 season, we had the sixth worst at 28 years old. Arsenal had 25.
Yeah,
average age,
and we had right in front of Arsenal last season.
We were not right in front of Arsenal. Brentford was 26. Southampton was 26.4. It's like a whole
Or maybe
bunch.
the year before that.
Yeah,
The transfer ban year.
Nah.
Well, actually, that being said, ain't you lot got a lot of unhappy players and players are leaving, like in attacking positions, like your
Good,
man.
good. Fuck them, bro. I hope you stay unhappy forever, bro.
Yeah,
Even
it's a
when
lot.
they leave.
So you lot need bodies, innit? You know what I'm saying? You can't replace them all. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how much money you're going to spend. Ronaldo would be a free. Yes, the wages would be expensive,
No,
but
we're getting
you lot are
Gary
clearing a lot of the
Peanuts
wages.
no.
You lot are clearing a lot of the wages if you do lose a lot of your players. So why not?
We good, man.
Why?
Look,
I'm being serious.
Flawless. Yes,
The
I agree with
energy-
flawless.
The energy, yes, even Alex agrees with me. The energy's changed
Flawless.
because when I was on here last,
Let him finish.
You know what Cristiano Ronaldo? You know what Cristiano Ronaldo will say? No, will do. He will put all those rumors about, whoa, we building a team, we structure, build the process. All those people that say, oh, that's what you have to do. You have to go through the process. You have to go through the suffering. All those people are gonna be in the mud, because if we do sign in Ronaldo, it will be spit in the face. There's no more trust the process.
Yeah, but I think then people don't trust the process anyway. But with the Ronaldo situation, I was on here last when what happened? Oh yeah, it's when he left the bench and he was saying he was this, and now the energy's changed and switched. I've been saying this about this guy from before we signed him up until this point, and none of this is shocking.
I was saying this then, and they said that he had to go, see his kids, so halftime he had to leave. People on this panel said that, justifying it. Like, yeah, he had to go check on his kids.
People will defend him. Like certain people will defend him regardless. That's one thing I figured out. That's why I don't go back and forth on social media with people who are fans of Ronaldo. He can do no wrong. When you list down all the stuff he's done, even with this interview, bear in mind that the full interview's not out, people. It's only quotes. It's 2 parts. Yeah. I'm saying it's out Wednesday, it's out Thursday. So there's going to be more quotes.
Piers Morgan is loving it, man. Piers Morgan is loving it, man. He's like everywhere, man.
Yeah, and people want to give him credit for stating the obvious. Like a lot of what he said was in the interview was correct. I just don't want to hear from you. Yeah, a lot of
he didn't say anything no one doesn't know.
Yeah, but people want to give him credit for it and be like, oh, he's exposing them. No. Don't get it wrong, people. This is all Ronaldo about himself, because last season, after we had our worst ever season, but he was playing well, quote unquote playing well, he scored 18 league goals. The general consensus was it's everybody else's fault. Look at what Ronaldo's done in the worst ever Manchester United side. He didn't say none of this then. The perfect time to do this interview, if you truly cared about the club, was at the end of the season. But now all of a sudden the team's playing better. We're getting better results. Offensively, we're better. Defensively, we're better. And you're not the main man, and you're now deemed as a problem when we're a better team without you. Now, all of a sudden, it's everybody else's fault. Don't get me wrong, I hate the Glazers. Enemy is my friend, absolutely. But I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ronaldo's one of them guys who will sink the ship because he can't be captain. Just because you're sinking the ship with people that I don't like still doesn't change why you've done it. Because if Ronaldo was playing well and we weren't in 5th and we were you lot, and we were 8th, we were 9th, and we're playing poorly and our fans are in disarray, Ronaldo ain't saying nothing. He ain't saying nothing about this situation. Like,
he didn't say anything last season.
He didn't say nothing that when we was against Surfer, we had our worst ever season. Yeah. Worst ever season we ever had. And when people say, oh, nothing's changed, we know this.
Well,
like,
do you think he owes them that respect since they tried to get rid of him this summer, which is what he basically said? Like 3 or 4 of the main people, including the coach, wanted him gone this summer. So do you think he...
The crazy part about that is I seen someone tweet this and it was funny. Player who wants to leave feels like he's being forced out. He tried to bounce. Player who wanted to leave the football club feels forced out. The problem is he overestimated his value in the transfer market because he thought clubs would be knocking down the door for him. I said it on this stream, the Shameless FCs. I've said it on Lewis's channel. I've said it on mine. Everywhere I've been, I said it. No team that he wants is going to come in for him. He wants to go to a team that's competing for their domestic honors and their Champions League. That's a handful. That's a handful of clubs. You know what I'm saying? So exclude the English clubs, forget about it. Take away PSG. Real Madrid he's already been at. Where is that? Bayern Munich are too smart for that. Where are you going? You've seen Oliver Kahn come out and say, nah, Ronaldo's not for us. So where was he going?
Literally, the only place he can go now is back to Sporting. Literally, the only place he can go now is back to Sporting.
And he doesn't want to go there because he still wants
why
to
are we upset he coming to Chelsea
at the
then?
top. He still wants to compete at the top.
Because he's a
honor.
shit player.
I was going to say, because he's number one, he's shit. Number one,
he's
he's
not coming to Chelsea. So if
he's
he's not, if people saying that he's not coming, why are you?
He's shit. What is our players then? He's shit, man.
Well, Alex,
they're all shit. Jesus Christ!
Alex, he was saying the only team that fits all those points for him is Sporting.
Christ's sake.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I was going to say, Alex, the reason, Alex, I was going to say, the reason why we're mentioned is because our owner wants him. That's the reason why that we get mentioned or there is the reports. Is because our owner wants him at the end of the day. Regardless of whether it's a smart transfer or not, and like we think it's a smart transfer or not, our owner does want him. There is a part of our owner does want him. That's why it's going to be mentioned about him coming to Chelsea. But at the end of the day, I think there are other factors at Chelsea. For example, the manager, if he's got any bollocks about him, and this so-called project, if it's really a project, will mean he doesn't come.
Can't wait.
Yeah, legit.
Because I agree with you with what you said earlier, by the way. If he comes, this just shows that, like the super chat said, and like you said, number one, that Potter's nothing more than a yes man. And if he is, I don't want him here because I don't want a fucking yes man as my manager. I want someone like a Ten Hag who is going to have a project, but he's not afraid to stand up for himself. And number two, it shows that there is no project. This isn't a project. It's just how can we make the most money as possible? It's literally just a Glazers 2.0 again.
Legit, and that's where it stands. Like with him, and this is why I'm all for him leaving. I said this the entire summer. United, we should have like mutual termination, terminate his contract even before all of this. Like we've seen it happen. How many things has he done already? Like when he turns around and he says, "Oh, he feels betrayed." Why? Because the manager didn't want you. We play better without you. Like that's a fact. That's not a debate. Yeah, go on.
I like the way.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I like the way he says he feels betrayed, but he didn't tell anyone at United this interview was happening. I like that. The irony.
Oh, I don't get that. I'm like, where is the betrayal? Like people think like words are very, very important. Like nobody so because the manager wanted to get rid of you.
He genuinely feels like he's bigger than your club, and that's why he's coming out and doing this. Because anybody who respects a club that they're a legend at of Manchester United stature, you don't come out and do this and ruin your fucking status. You don't do this, especially you only have 6 months left. You bide your time, you get out of there, and then you write a book once you're retired and list it in there or something, right? Like that's what people usually do. He's doing this now because he genuinely feels like he's bigger than you guys.
Well, I'd say maybe the betrayal comes from the fact that if they wanted him out, he wanted to go out. They didn't let him leave. Right? I mean, how many times did they ask Ten Hag in the summer? Is Ronaldo leaving? He wants to leave. And what did Ten Hag say? No, he's an integral part of this team. He's a big part. We need him here. He's not going anywhere. And then he benches, so he doesn't even play. So it's like, if you're not going to play me and you don't have any room for me and I'm bad in the locker room, why block me leaving in the summer? Like
the first part I agree with. That's on Manchester United. 110%. We should have let him go. Even though there was no clubs in for him, we should have terminated his contract. That's bad business on our part. I put that on Ten Hag. I put that on all the people involved. Not so much Ten Hag, but more the people on the board. Because our board is terrible. Like, this is well known. In regards to the second part, he's had chances to play well this season. He's played in games. He started every single Europa League game. I was saying this because I was having a debate, ironically, before the Spurs game with a couple of Ronaldo stands on my channel, and they were saying how Ronaldo needs to start, all this, and I said, name me a game this season that Ronaldo started and he's played well, and I've still not got an answer because he's better off the bench. This is
the one where he created this, maybe.
All his better performances have come off the bench. I can't even. Who did he do that celebration against? Who was that?
I have no idea.
Sheriff.
Him. It's about him because there was a picture of him sitting at the bench like this.
Yeah. He didn't even play well in that game. I've watched go back and watch them Europa League games. There isn't a game Cristiano Ronaldo has started this season and has played well. All his better performances have come off the bench. Everton where he scored the winning goal. Everton where he scored the winning goal and he played well. He came off the bench half an hour in. The Arsenal game where he had an impact off the bench. You are now a squad player. That's legit what it is. He's had ample chances to play well. He played the 6 Europa League games. You're playing against the weaker opposition and you're still not performing. And then you have the cheek to do this interview. That's the crazy part. You ain't performing on the pitch.
Would you say his teammates still support him though?
Yeah, the team. Yeah, I think the team. I think his teammates love him. To be honest.
Yeah.
I don't gauge there's any what's the word I'm looking for? Any friction or any issues with the teammates. I think after this interview, I think there's more in his interview. I think he threw a couple of his players under the bus. I think he named names because we've seen him take shots. Obviously, former player, he took shots at Rooney. We've already seen him ignore Gary Neville. So it's like that. Like he always wants to talk about this disrespect. You're the disrespectful.
Rooney deserves it though. Rooney deserves it because Rooney was talking about him first, man.
What did Rooney say that was wrong?
What did he say?
Rooney
He
didn't say that.
He mentioned a comment about him when he was Derby manager, but I can't remember what it was. But I don't remember a bit. I think it was just a joke. I think it was.
Petty are you, bruv? Like you couldn't have just rang him about it.
No, I
can't remember what the exact comment was, but it was while he was Derby manager.
Scott. I think it was after the Spurs thing. I think it was about that. Though someone will say in the comments, but I swear it was the Spurs thing, and I think I'm paraphrasing that he said he was wrong for that, which he was.
And Lewis, to answer your question,
the only other time I know he's mentioned Ronaldo, he took the piss out of himself, saying something about like he's in better shape than I am or something. Like he basically said the same thing Ronaldo did, just taking the piss out of himself. But that's the thing. He's taking the piss out of himself.
He did respond.
Josh, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I was just going to answer your question. Very petty, because the greats are very petty. They are. Michael Jordan was one of the most petty dudes on the planet. He would lose a game of pool to you, and he wouldn't speak to you for months. Like you're talking about the elite guys, and Ronaldo is certainly one.
Yeah, absolutely. 50 Cent, that guy, and Ja Rule.
They're the most petty people on the planet. 50 Cent and
Ja Rule. That's the biggest pettiness in the world.
Yeah, of course. But like that beef serious. That is legit life or death.
Yeah.
But I have, like I said,
Ronaldo will look at Wayne Rooney and be like, "Excuse me, Wayne. I can't hear for my 5 Ballon d'Ors and my 5 or 6 Champions Leagues." I
hear that. But Rooney was like, I swear it was after the Spurs game, and Rooney spoke on that, which Ronaldo was. Oh yeah, I remember that as well. And man just dropped it in the private chat. He didn't say nothing bad. But that's what I don't like about Ronaldo. He wants to talk disrespect for this, disrespect to that. Betrayal. Nobody's disrespected you. You were disrespectful. You ignored Gary Neville. That's disrespectful. Gary Neville was very pleasant to you. He just criticized you from a footballing perspective. If someone attacks you personally and you attack personally back, I fully understand that. But man wants to talk disrespecting, but go around disrespecting people. That makes no sense. Like the issue with Ten Hag. Ten Hag hasn't said anything publicly about you from a personal perspective. Bear in mind, he could have. If he were to throw you under the bus, I would have fully understood it after what he did. But again, like I said, people going to defend this guy regardless. This guy could have done anything.
The biggest thing is when 50 Cent bought the front row seats to Ja Rule's concert.
Yeah, of course. I'm saying
that's to sing to the
only right. That's life or death, man. I understand that. If you try to get me killed, of course. Like that's on site forever.
I think one of the frustrating things for him, if I'm just kind of like psychoanalyzing, is like generally those guys, those greats, they want to respond to you on the pitch. So like he wants to answer the Neville disrespect on the field. Doesn't want to like get into a back and forth verbally with them. He wants, and when he's not playing, and when they don't, like same with Jordan, like those guys, they would handle their business on the court. Right. Like when he is now unable to do that, like because he doesn't play, he can't necessarily do anything on the pitch to like silence the people criticizing him. Well, now he feels like, all right, I got to talk now because I'm not playing. I don't get a chance to answer them on the pitch. I have to do it through the media. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's right. I certainly wasn't happy when Lukaku did it. But I think the big difference for me is I don't think the Chelsea players respected and backed Lukaku, whereas I think the United players respect and back Ronaldo
because of what he's done in the past. And he's a lot. When you look at the age group,
I think
Ronaldo.
He's their idol.
That's it.
I saw a bunch of interviews. I saw a bunch of he's really popular between young players.
Because
like
Garnacho, he's Garnacho's idol.
Yeah, that's because that's their guy. If you're 18, 20, you've grew up in the Ronaldo Messi. So you have, but he has had ample time. He's had ample opportunities on the football pitch. He hasn't performed. Like I get what you're saying about the Michael Jordan.
With Lukaku, it's different.
Oh yeah,
with Lukaku, every player is literally better than him at Chelsea at that point. So when he's saying like we'll do that, they're like, fuck you, man. Go eat some pizza, man.
But even with Ronaldo, it's the same. He's one of our.
They weren't better than him, though. That's the point.
Yeah, they were better. Like, remember that video that he was shooting, saying that like shooting, like how you say it, the shooting practice.
Yeah.
Remember that? And he missed, and he still
Who?
laughed. Oh, Lukaku.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about the one where he scored and he's like, I'm going to teach you all how to shoot.
He was better.
Yeah. But then at the
he
different
was.
one, and he lost it at the end of it.
Right, but he was
The
still
different.
better
No,
than
it
most
wasn't
players.
the same day. The different.
But that doesn't mean much to
Anyway,
Andrew.
doesn't
Man.
matter.
Like,
Alex,
we know our players are shit, man.
Alex just
That's
mentioned
what
it there
it's when
about
people
Lukaku.
When
Yeah,
people
go on,
go like,
Safa.
when the Chelsea fans go, yeah, let's bring Ronaldo because all the rest are shit. You're just adding shit on top of shit. It doesn't matter.
True, yeah.
It's still
Facts.
shit.
Facts.
It's not
And
a
that's
it's not
it.
a high bar. Our
The bar's on the
attackers
floor.
are not high as a collective. The bar is, my God, you would have to deep down in the trench in
You're
the
wrong.
ocean.
You're
with
wrong,
Ronaldo
Andrew.
to
They're,
take that.
they're
The bar.
generational talents. You have generational
bar.
talents.
Andrew,
But
They just need
Safa,
someone to unlock
Safa,
them, though.
you know what the
Just need
crazy
to
part
unlock
is
him.
about? You
They
know what
just
the
need to
crazy
unlock
part
him.
is about
That's
that?
a
When
high
you lot
Aquaman.
talking about Lukaku and saying, "Oh, Ronaldo's one of our worst players."
by
Just
the way,
saying,
who is
Ronaldo
that guy
fanboys
under
don't want to
me?
hear
He
that.
haven't said
He's one of our
shit.
worst players.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's
Charlie,
easily one
but
of
to
our
be
worst
honest, you can
attackers.
barely get a word in edgeways here, so I'm not too surprised. Charlie, you
Yeah,
got
you
anything
gotta
you'd
be a
like to say,
bully
bro?
to get your word in, man.
Facts.
Yeah, I was just about to
I'm
say
the
it.
nicest person over
Let
here.
him talk, let him talk, let him
Sure.
talk.
Shut up,
Yeah,
Alex.
Alex.
Just about to
All
say
right,
it.
bro. All
It's
right.
crazy. Garnacho is outshining his idol. He's 18.
Alex
I'm
froze
18.
after
I'm
that
sat
line,
here on
man.
a stream. He's playing for United. He's outshining Ronaldo. Ronaldo, shit.
And they all want him at Chelsea. But
I'd rather take
Who
speed over. I'd rather
who
take
wants
speed
him
over
though?
Ronaldo.
I
don't
haven't
lie,
seen it.
Kai. You want him at Chelsea, man. We've just been
I
going
do not.
back and forth about this literally on Twitter.
Yeah, because I'm making fun of it, bro. I'm making fun of Chelsea fans who are saying like, I don't want Ronaldo, which I don't want
Process.
Ronaldo too. But
I need
people
you lot
saying,
to
oh,
sign
I
him.
don't want Ronaldo because Ronaldo's shit. And then we have players like Havertz and Mount here who wouldn't even get to the fucking West Ham team, bro.
Right.
So I don't get this argument, bro.
Why
But
add
it's not-
more?
So then you do want Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I don't want Ronaldo.
The chaos.
But
You
I don't
do,
understand the
because you
argument of
say he's
people
better
saying
than
shit.
the other
But so you
option.
don't want
He's
Ronaldo,
better
but you're
than
making fun of people who also don't want Ronaldo.
he isn't as shit as these two. That's my point.
Who cares
Doesn't
though?
say
Like,
much.
no,
Wait,
but Mount,
I still don't want him. I still don't
Andrew
want
said
him.
this
Hold
earlier.
up,
Why
hold
has it
up,
always
hold
got to be this deflecting? Why has it got to be this deflecting of, oh, these other guys are just as bad or they're worse?
But
Who
I
cares?
don't
They're all
want-
shit.
What
But
two-
I don't
what
want
two
him
are you
though.
talking
That's
about?
the thing.
No.
I
What
think
two
Chelsea
is he
needs
What two is he better than? Sorry to cut you off. What
Mount
two is
and
he better
Havertz.
than?
Havertz and Mount.
He's not. Ronaldo is not better than Mount. He's currently
Yeah,
not better than
You're
Mount.
saying he's
not better.
worse.
He's worse than Mount. At least Mount will give you work
Get
rate
the
and
fuck
pressing.
away
You
from my football.
know what I'm saying?
bro.
Mount will do the try hard thing. You know what I'm saying? He'll at least do that.
I don't think you've been
Scott,
watching
you
this
do the
season,
deflections
I don't
yourself.
think you've been watching
I'm
this season,
serious.
bro.
I'm saying Ronaldo offers you nothing. Zero. He gives you nothing in your team.
people that.
The whole thing.
Is he
people
that
have-
bad? No,
Yes.
I
People
don't
have-
think you.
people-
I don't think you've been watching this season, bro. I don't think.
Okay,
No,
I
Kai,
agree with you.
Kai.
I'm a-
He's
I'm
a
a killer,
United
Dad.
fan, watches them week in, week
I'm
out.
a
So
kid-
let's
I'm a
take
Yeah,
kid-
but I
I'm
don't
a-
think he watches
I'm
us.
a
week in,
kid
week
this
out.
Let
dead.
him talk, bro.
No,
Let him
because
talk.
I watch
go ahead,
I
go
watch Chelsea as well, but I'm a kill this dead. The whole thing people hung their hat on with Ronaldo was he's a goal scorer. He's a goal scorer.
Yep.
He don't even score goals no more. Bear in mind the team is playing better. You know what I'm saying? All of the attackers, Bar Sancho, have been performing at a better level this season. Adding Anthony, adding Ericsson, as well as new signings. He gives you nothing. All I will say is, what is Ronaldo's outstanding attribute offensively? Somebody please tell me.
Bench warmer.
What does he do? As a
Bench
nine,
warmer.
what does he do? He don't run in behind. He don't run the channels. He don't hold the ball up. He's not great in the air. He doesn't score a lot of goals. He's not a link man. He's not a great foil for anybody else.
He has more
actually
goals.
not
He
bad.
has more goals and assists than both of those guys, and he played half of the games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Have the
okay,
minutes.
Kai.
In
Kai,
penalties.
let's do your. Hang on. Let's
Yeah,
do
go.
your game when you go against Mount or who he scored against. Yeah,
Not
let's
only
do
Mount.
that.
Not only Mount.
Sheriff.
I'm
Sheriff.
talking about Havertz as well.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
Kai,
Havertz as well.
Kai.
Havertz as well.
No, Andrew,
Kai,
go on.
Let's do your game where you discount who Mount scored against. Flores, did he score a hat trick against Norwich last season? I bet Ronaldo did, didn't he?
Yeah, I
He scored
think
a hat trick against Ronaldo.
Oh,
So did Mount.
Last season against
Yeah,
Mount
exactly,
scored a
that's what
hat
I
trick
mean.
again.
But Kai discredits Mount for scoring
Everton.
against
He
Norwich.
scored against Everton.
Oh,
Everton.
you talk about this? Oh, you talk about this? If you talk
And you
about
guys
this
are big
last
enough.
season- So, wait, hold up. He did score.
No,
against
talk about
Everton,
this season.
then.
Talk about this
And then
season.
Yeah, he scored against Everton. He scored against Sheriff.
Which
Who
is
else
the
scored
champions of Moldova. Hold that.
He's got a
Yeah.
penalty.
Champions of
against-
Moldova.
He scored a penalty against Sheriff, by the way.
Got a penalty, Kai, against Sheriff.
Against
Yeah?
Sheriff. Has he
And
scored
did
it?
you-
Who's Sheriff? And
Oh,
you know he scored against Sheriff.
yeah.
the sheriffs are in town.
I think
Again,
he has one
you
goal at the
guys-
start of the season. I think
You guys
he's
are
got one goal.
misunderstanding my point.
No,
what's your point?
Scott. Oh,
I'm
Scott,
saying I don't want him at Chelsea, but we already have our own crap players here.
What I'm saying is the way
Yeah,
you
you do.
discredit
He's an older Kai
Havertz.
Havertz.
Mount scores against.
That's what he is.
It's the same for Ronaldo last season. It's the
But
same
you have to
thing.
take, but Andrew, you have to take into consideration the minutes as well. Like the minutes Ronaldo played this season are ridiculous.
No. We're not gonna do that. Ronaldo
The
started.
great sheriff beat Real Madrid.
I'm gonna kill that dead. Ronaldo started every Europa League game. That's 6 matches.
He literally has like 1,000 minutes this whole season.
No. Forget the 1,000 minutes. Listen to the words that
The
I'm
whole
saying.
season.
He started. Forget the whole season. He started against every single team in the Europa League. He's playing the weaker opposition and still can't score.
How many goals does he have in Europa? Flawless?
I think
One,
one,
right?
two,
One.
and one of them's a penalty.
It has two.
Is it two? Who's the second one again?
Yeah,
Two
but
goals from
Sheriff
six.
beat-
Two goals
but
from 6
Sheriff,
games.
It's
I
the
think it
same
might be
Sheriff that
Almoni
beat
or
Real
something.
Madrid.
Are you trying to hang on? Are you trying
bigging
to
up Sheriff now, yeah?
Bro, but 2 goals. But you gotta admit, you gotta admit, 2 goals in 500 minutes is better than the other attackers, bro.
Is this serious? You're trying to big up two games.
It's all
2
bad.
goals in
It's
6
all
games
bad.
in the Europa League.
But the point I mentioned this because you said he's not as bad as our players, and I don't. That's why I asked if you're watching Chelsea. I don't think you realize how bad our players are.
I legit just said, I said Mount. Don't get me wrong. I don't rate Mount. I'm not rating Mount. But what I said, man, Mount at least gives you something. Ronaldo is Kai Havertz.
Okay, maybe not Mount. What about versus what's his face versus Kai Havertz?
Ronaldo's Kai Havertz. They're the same.
Who has more goals, Havertz or him this season?
I don't know. When I say they're the same, they give you nothing.
Havertz maybe have one more.
But I'm saying they're the same, man.
Yeah. That's what I just said. They're the same. Same way Mason Mount and Bruno are very similar as well. Both extremely overrated by their fans. Yes, it's the same shit.
Not all the fans, but yeah.
Not all the fans.
Havertz actually has 4 goals this season, man. Our top goal scorer, man. Respect Kai Havertz, bro.
So see that? So Kai has 4 and Ronaldo has 1 or 2, and one of them is a
fan
penalty
base,
against
man.
Sheriff.
It's fan base.
But we move like
Actually, joint top goal scorer with Sterling. Oh, thank the Lord. Someone else make it.
Again, bro, I'm not bigging up these players. I'm just saying like how crap they are.
I'm just gonna go through a few of these super chats. President Jafar
By the way,
says
this
CR7
joke is
comes
dead.
to
What
Chelsea.
kind of
One
CR7?
sec, Alex. President Jafar says CR7 comes to Chelsea, wins the UCL. Fixes 2008. 2008.
Fixes it for who, bro?
Mike says, Lord have mercy. What CR7 says about Maguire? Shit, we got another like 85.
Bro,
minutes to go.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny with Chelsea fans? They're worried about winning the Champions League. I'm worried about getting to the top half of the fucking table, bro.
You know them ones, bro.
Priority, man.
Mike says
No,
Ronaldo
man.
trying to help youth, and then there's Bumcho. Yes, Sancho's just a bit wank. Let's call it what it is.
No,
I
I
don't
just
think
want the hypocrisy of the process. That's what I want.
And you're welcome to us being.
Why do you want that? Shouldn't you want the
Oh,
process?
I don't even know what's the
You're welcome,
process.
man.
Us losing more records, like in the
No,
process.
I
That's the
just-
process.
That's
No, TTP,
No,
man.
no,
Just the
no.
process, man.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's when the
TTP,
process
absolutely.
people are
Hey,
gonna
Charlie, you don't
stop.
need that, man. Trust the process, man.
No.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
No.
didn't
But
say that I
you guys
don't
been
want the
trusting this
process.
process since 2013, bro. How long is this
Hey,
fucking process gonna take, bro?
who's you? You know what I'm saying? Don't include me in that. I ain't trust Moyes. I ain't trust Van Gaal. I ain't trust Mourinho after the first season.
Yeah, but
Definitely didn't
that's
trust Oli.
That's what I'm
Forget
saying,
that.
man. You don't know how long
Nah,
that process is,
I don't
man.
do the process thing. I'm like, all right, we can head somewhere, but I like where we're going this season. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I'm similar. I'm similar. I want to
I
see
think-
progress in order for me to
Yeah, I
fall
think
into a
process for clubs like United and Chelsea, I think that's a stupid idea. They're too big. There's too much money financially there. Like there's too much expectation. You can't go if you're Chelsea 4, 5, 6 years.
Yes, you can have
with
process, but
nothing.
you gotta have progress in that process. You have to have like a
Yeah,
checkpoint.
That's not
but-
true, by the way.
But
You can't just be. If
quick
anybody
progress,
used that
Kai.
Arsenal excuse to me, I would fucking laugh because we were first last season as well, man. In November. Don't start like with 10 games already saying that's not true. Arsenal trusted the process.
Who was scoring all our goals in that time?
Which time?
It doesn't matter who.
Yeah, it does
They
matter.
still won
It
in.
does matter. It does matter. Who was scoring all our goals during that run?
Lukaku, but he's gone now.
Nope. It was defenders. It was Thiago Silva. It was Reece James. It was a Jorginho penalty.
Yeah, but it proves my. But Andrew, my point wasn't who was scoring. My point was people are like using Arsenal as we should trust the process because Arsenal are doing well, but they're doing well. What 10 games, 12 games?
Yeah, but you can
that's a very small sample, though. That's a very small sample.
I understand.
Oh,
but you
Jesus
can take-
Christ.
You can take.
We can't use their sample, but we can use our sample.
Yeah, you can take certain bits of anything that
I have, bro.
Okay, you don't.
Why you
take...
didn't show this process of Arsenal 2 years ago?
Exactly. That's
And the thing is, I think people get mistaken. Like, you can have a process and be trying to reach somewhere and reach a goal, but still have success in that. Like, I like where Manchester United going.
That's the definition of process.
I'm still saying win a trophy this season.
Take care, Josh.
Like 100%. Big up, Josh. I'm saying Manchester United. I've said this from the start, and I say it even more so. We better win a trophy. If we don't win a trophy this season, I'll be pissed. Even though
there's different ways of processing. A different way of processing for me is getting these bum ass players out and getting good ones.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's part of the process.
That's what I mean. I don't mean.
Oh, Charlie, why are you shaking your head, man?
I don't think that's why I keep saying this January window. This January window, we have to treat like a summer window.
Go on, Andrew.
Charlie, don't get me started on this.
Andrew, finish. Andrew, land.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
This January window, we have to treat it like a summer one. We have to be aggressive. Yes. It doesn't mean we have to bring everyone in January, but we have to get the deal signed in January.
You know why?
In the summer, because we don't know where we're going to be.
Yeah, we don't know if we finish exactly yet.
Exactly.
Also,
us not doing Champions League is going to put the process way behind, man.
Yeah, let us set up properly. You know, so next season there's no real excuses, right? Let's set them up no matter where we finish. Let's set them up so that we can have the players in there that are better than what we've got, so that we can get back quickly to where we're supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. None of this.
Andrew.
None of this. Oh, we can't find anyone in January. Go look, man. Be aggressive.
Exactly. Also, this idea. Can I just say, people keep wanting to go back. Oh, we were first last season. Yes, we were at one point. But go and look at what's happened since between now and then. We've downgraded in manager. Right. I still like Potter, but he's a downgrade. Like, that's just like objectively true. We've had multiple injuries in the squad, which has made this squad like a lot thinner than it was in certain places. It's made also players worse. Like Kovacic is worse off because of the injuries. Same with Kante. Jorginho looks worse off because of overplaying because of those injuries to other midfielders. The attackers, for as bad as they were, right, at least some of them, Mount, for example, was masking poor performances with goals. Like, we're in a worse position now than we were at the start of last season. So you can explain, oh yeah, we were first last season. Yeah, we're not going to be first now, are we? Because our squad is in a worse position.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about us. I was comparing. When people say trust the process and people use Arsenal as an example, that's an extremely lazy example because they haven't been first.
Again, you can use examples of what Arsenal have done. Yes, like you can use example of what Arsenal's have done in terms of certain aspects, not necessarily in terms of how long it's taken and the pain they've gone through, right? I know I want us to go through suffering, but right, in a genuinely serious note, you don't have to use everything that they've gone through, but you can use some things. Look at the way they've recruited. Look at how they've done that. That I wanted us to take like more kind of things from. I want us to go look more into what Arsenal doing with recruitment. I want us to look more in terms of what they're doing in terms of like not being afraid to just, like Andrew said, just get rid of the players that don't work. Doesn't matter whether they're the highest earners, whether they're a key player. If they don't work, just get rid of them. Because at the end of the day, they're a detriment to this squad going forward if they don't work. Because they're just going to get more frustrated. They're going to play worse. They're going to make us look worse. And if they get frustrated, then they'll start talking like Ronaldo did or Lukaku did or whoever. Like, there are things you can take from the way Arsenal have done things, and it can be a positive. It doesn't have to be, do it the exact same way. Also, there is a big difference between us and Arsenal, and that's that we have an owner that will actually spend. So, theoretically speaking, this won't take as long as it did with Arsenal. As long as we spend in the right areas, it will take less time.
Because it took Arsenal over 19 years.
Look at ourselves in 2013. Like, we went through a process. We did go through it. It didn't take us 7 years or 8 years. It took us 3. And it could have taken us 2. If we're being honest, from the moment we got those core players in, your Courtois, your Hazards, you know what I mean, your Matas, all these guys in over the span of a couple of years, right? We had 1 year where we finished on like 74 points or something. The next year we could have won. We could have won the title that year, and that was without Costa, right?
But that's credit to Mourinho, though, Daniel.
We finished. Credit to Mourinho, it's not just credit to Mourinho. It's the fact that we bought like 8 young players over the course of those 2 years. I'm not even mentioning the Schürrles, the Oscars that we bought as well. You know what I mean? Like, all these guys came in during those times, right, and improved our team. It took us 2 years, 3 years.
But why did that happen? But also we accepted a lot of those players that we already had, those flashy players that already had. They're not going to win us the league. and we sold them and we replaced the core players because we realized that they're not good
we
enough.
didn't really sell anybody. Like there was a retirement and just older players left. That's just what happened. Players like Drogba left during that time. Maluda, like basically the core of that old team, all basically left, and we went out and got a whole bunch of young players to come in. You know what I mean? And then we added Costa and Fabregas, and that's when we 100% won it.
Costa, Fabregas, Matic as well.
We were 3 points behind top of the league with the best defensive record. So we knew the next season, like we all knew we're going to win it. But for us to get to that point, took us 2 years.
Yeah, but you can argue if we can do it with Potter because we did it with somebody who's like a Mourinho, who's already built different teams beforehand, and he knows how to build teams. Yes, he did. Mourinho built every team that won the league.
No, he didn't.
Name me one time that Mourinho
the team
came
was
in.
already built when we were 3
No,
points
how can you say we literally changed? But that's because of him. That's because of him, though, bro. That's because of him.
It wasn't because he didn't build the team though.
He built the finishing touches on the team.
When he got there.
He literally built the spine. He got us Matic. He got us what's his name? He got us Costa. He got Fabregas. Those are the core players. Before that, we were a good team, but we weren't that good. And he got Schürrle. He got Schürrle. He got Willian.
He didn't get Schürrle. He got Willian.
Yes, he did. No, he got Schürrle. Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Go look it up. 13, 14, he got Schürrle. Yes, he did. Go look it up. Go look it up, bro. He's the one who got Schürrle for us.
Schürrle wasn't part of our title-winning team either.
He wasn't, but he came the year before. He came.
My point was
13, 14.
Wasn't he started and then they win him on loan and a half season?
I'm out.
Guys, pick up my guy.
He came 13, 14 when Mourinho came back. Mourinho came back 13, 14 and didn't win the league 14, 15. So he did came 13, 14. He brought Schürrle in. He brought Willian in. So he's the one in charge who brought. He's the one who was in charge of us.
He wasn't the one who got anything. It was Emanalo, but. Yeah.
That's but it's kind of funny that Mourinho is the one every time he comes and he gets his players is the one who wins the league and people win the league with his
team.
If
you give anybody their players, they're gonna win.
Yeah, but it's different. But that's Mourinho compared to fucking Potter, man. Let's be honest, man. It's not the same thing.
You're also can I just say you're talking about Mourinho from like 8-9 years ago. This is not Mourinho.
Exactly,
now.
but Potter isn't even fucking close to that though. Because Mourinho at that time was somebody big.
The process for me isn't about Potter or not Potter. It's about us having a team that I can look at and say this team is ready to win the league.
Yes, but you brought example 13, 14. But okay,
yes, because that I was talking about our squad building. We kept getting core players into our squad every year. We built the squad and then we looked at the squad and said, "Yeah, we're ready to win." Mourinho didn't elevate like we weren't looking at it. We have a poor. Hold on, we weren't looking at it like we have a poor squad and he's forcing us to win. No, even the second half of the season, he slowed us down, and we all know that because he just wanted to win. Because our team was way better than that as a whole. Like we had incredible players in our team.
I was going to say also, if we want to big up, sorry to interrupt, Daniel. If we want to big up Mourinho, someone's mentioned a comment in the comment section that I didn't think about. If we want to big up Mourinho for bringing all these players, then we also have to then criticize him for getting rid of some players that were key to our team.
I don't give a fuck.
Trying to build, and instead of building, we went backwards because we replaced Mata with Oscar, and we replaced players like Schürrle with Cuadrado. Like he was at fault for that as well. If we're going to give him the credit for he built this team, he also
Schürrle had a disease at the time, man. He had like a really bad sickness that he couldn't even play that well, man. He needed some time off. That's why we sold him. And that's one of my biggest issue. That's one of my biggest with Chelsea fan. We have very short term with managers. We pretend like the manager role is very small. It's not important. He did bring us Fabregas. Even Fabregas said the one who convinced him to come to Chelsea
without giving him a chance.
KDB at the time, if you remember KDB, Salah, they couldn't even fucking stop football at Chelsea. They had to go for a loan for them to become who they are.
No, that's not true.
And we won the league because we built a good team. All right, we have a different point of view then.
Right, Mortal says, what about chance creator Ronaldo? The stats will end the discussion. Mount got more chances than Ronaldo. Yeah, but he ain't going to get any service at the squad anyway. Let's keep it real. We have spoke about Ronaldo for ages, though. Has anyone got anything they want to say about the Mason Mount contract stalemate?
Shouldn't we get in the contract? And if again, it goes back to my point I made like in the comments at the start, like this idea that he's like proper Chelsea and all this. No, he's not. Like no one is. That's not me getting a Mount saying like he's not another player. No one is, because this idea of being proper Chelsea doesn't exist. Because no one is fully proper Chelsea. Because even like a Reece James, he wanted $250,000 a week. Those are not small wages, and I don't blame him for wanting those. But at the end of the day, a footballer's career is short. They're going to want money. They're going to want money because a footballer's career is short, especially if they get injuries. It's even shorter. So, like, they're going to want to feed their families, feed themselves. Like, and that's all it is. None of these players are proper Chelsea. People need to realise that. He shouldn't be getting that money. Just shouldn't be getting that money at all. Based on form right now. But he probably will sign a new contract. I don't know what he'll like, how much it'll be, but he doesn't deserve it right now.
Right. And you don't base your contract on form right now. That's not what it's based on.
I've seen a lot of players have to play for their contract at Chelsea, though.
Yeah, because they've been terrible for years prior.
No, not the likes of Lampard, Cole, Terry. They haven't.
They never played for their contracts.
Yeah, they did. Lampard 12-13 played for his contract. Ashley Cole 12-13. John Terry.
No,
15,
Lampard
16.
left because Fabregas was coming in. Didn't you? You didn't.
12-13, not 13.
Lampard at the time.
But what contract did he play for when he left the year after? He literally left the year after. Yeah, he did.
No. Yeah, my bad. Year after.
14, 15,
it was a 1 year extension. It was a 1 year extension.
Yeah, he left.
And he went to
the year
New
after
York
because Fabregas was coming in, and that was clearly stated. Like,
yeah, but that's he left.
He could not be in the same
but
team.
The point is,
and he said
couldn't cut it at the time, man.
He said
couldn't cut it at
Mourinho
the
talked to him
time
and told him he's coming in, and we're gonna let you go.
But deservedly, because
I get that. But the point
Lampard
is,
that season
those are
was
players who have done
climbing.
way more, and they've still had to play for their contract.
The comparison doesn't even match when they gave for Fowler 200K.
What do you mean?
Literally, he's on 200K.
Yeah, but for
that's a new signing as well.
Contract, yeah.
But what has he played for? You're saying new signing this. What has he played for to get 200K?
Well, new signings are going to come in on their original wages. Talking about extending the contract to players that are already here.
And that's
wait, is Fofana even on 200K? I think he's on like 150, man.
No, he's on 200K.
Shit, I need to check. Might be. I don't know. I don't know the actual numbers. But the point still stands. I wouldn't give Mount a contract the way he's been playing right now. It just sends the wrong message.
The thing is that the actual contract itself, like him getting a new contract is not the issue here. It's the wages more than anything. Like, he can get a new contract. Like, I prefer him not to, but at the end of the day, he probably won't. I don't care. It's the wages that he's on. Shouldn't be on those wages. The reported wages, I'll say.
Completely agree.
I think the wages are fair.
Why?
Based on what?
Based on what they've paid everybody else.
No.
So he deserves to be the second highest earner in the club.
250 doesn't make him the second highest.
He wants reportedly.
He's not a 250K player, man. No way. No fucking way, man. Kevin De Bruyne is on 300, man.
But you paid Werner 275.
But Werner's not here anymore.
But you still paid him 275. You've put Sterling on 325.
But we paid him because of the reputation.
No. We paid him because of the reputation he had in Germany right now.
But we paid him based on the fact of who he was when he signed him. You can't predict in hindsight what he's going to be.
But you're talking about Mount's form right now. That's what he's saying. He shouldn't get paid on, because on his production over the years, he should get paid.
Wait, so 15 games in a season. That's
so
form
based
already.
on the 15 games, what is Sterling making right now? What is his production right now?
Yeah, but we signed him before that, though.
No, but
so you can't make that conclusion.
Based on Mount's form right now, he doesn't deserve.
Yeah, but because that's the current thing, though.
Hold on, another player with the same form, right, and the same production is making 350K.
But again, we signed him based on what he was at City, his level, what the level that he was for us.
It doesn't matter.
Mount is about to sign a contract now, based on the present and the future. You can't.
In the present, the most expensive player in the club is making 250K, and they have the same level of production.
But again, because he already signed a contract beforehand, based on what he was at City.
But your point is, that doesn't change my point.
All right.
So what? Because Sterling's on 325K a week, we're allowed to. Mount should be on 250. That's what you're saying.
If you're going by current form, because that's your whole thing, right? Because you don't want to talk about the two previous years he get Player of the Year, right?
But that's a vote by fans, though.
We can't talk about that when it comes.
But that's vote by fans, though. That's not
a fan vote. That's opinions. My opinion is Silva was Player of the Season last season.
Yeah, that's a fan opinion, bro. It's not. You can vote. Like literally, are we gonna give people in the chat who vote? We're gonna give him a reward, man.
I voted for
they
fucking
voted the most.
Christensen.
You don't have to. Hold on.
You
You don't have to give them. You don't have to give them anything. The fact that he got 29 goals and assists last year, more production than anybody else who's making more than him, will say that. Yeah, if I'm smart, I'm going to ask for more than that.
But that's the standard of Chelsea, though.
And if you don't want to pay me, that's cool, because we know that there's a reason why he's not taking the contract.
But is that on the level of our rivals? The teams
you guys
above
do
us,
know who his agent is, right? We know who his
dad,
agent
his
is.
mom. I don't know who his agent is.
It's John Barnett.
Who?
Oh, that explains a lot, actually. That explains a lot.
Who's that?
One of the biggest English
Gareth Bale's agent.
Bale's agent. So he has his offers, and he's not going to take less than that. Now, whatever you think of his quality, that's cool. I think he's not going to sign it. So either way, I think everybody kind of gets what they want. He's not going to sign it because he's going to get that money elsewhere.
Oh, more power to him personally, because I don't think he deserves that.
Good luck to him. Good luck to him, man. Wherever he goes.
Good luck. Big up and all of that. All of that. Shit, anyone else got anything they got to add on it, or we all good?
Yeah, I mean,
when
are we? I swear to God, Fatou, you're an NPC, bro. You're a Skyrim NPC.
Why have
bro.
you spelled Sui wrong anyway? Why have you spelled that wrong?
He's doing the speed version.
Yeah, it's still wrong, bro.
Fatou, which university did you graduate from, bro? Which university, bro? Probably Hustle University for Andrew Tate, bro.
It's McDonald's University.
No, it's the same university as JCAM. It's a Trump university where we study the wheels.
Yeah.
But do you guys think we're gonna make signings in January or? And by signings, I mean like high level signing, not rotational signings.
Yeah. I'm not too sure what midfielder we going, but I'd expect a midfielder to come in as the bare minimum.
Apparently, there's a lot of rumors that Lukaku might come now and not in the summer. That he might actually come in the winter.
Whatever, just announce the deal. Wherever he comes, just announce it. That's all I can.
Exactly, man. I'm the same, Andrew. I'm honestly worried if we get top 4 if he's gonna be here or not, man.
Well, exactly. Just announce. That's why I said be aggressive in January. Then that's why be aggressive in January. No matter who.
Yeah, like if we're gonna play in Europa League, I hope they're already contractually stuck, man. And they have to play, man.
They got a contract saying they don't play Thursday nights. That'll be in their contract. You're
man, I don't want to watch that competition, man. Oh my days, I fucking hate the Champions League, man.
Bro, the last time we were in it, I wasn't interested.
The Europa
in
League
final, man. No.
But every time we play the Europa League, we win it, man. The last 2 times we were there, we won it.
We don't care. No one cares about it.
But I actually want to see if this team can win the Europa League, man.
Oh man,
on this form, the current form.
I put Kai. This team would be finished second enough to go in the playoff. You know what I mean? Against one of the Champions League guys. You guys
don't think this team can win the Europa League?
Quick off.
Well, it's a cup competition, so yes. It's a cup competition, so yes.
I have a question. My keyboard has 2 USB ports. Do I need to plug them both?
What keyboard has a USB port, bro?
Corsair.
Every keyboard.
Oh yeah. No, you need to plug one. That's it. Just plug it to the PC and that's it.
I don't know. Right, well, we're going to wrap up the stream anyway. It's been a really entertaining stream. Big up everyone that's locked in. Be back probably for some more transfer news tomorrow.
Spend the whole stream talking about Ronaldo, man. Jesus.
Yeah, if there's no news, half-season tier lists. We'll bring
We're
that
not
back.
talking about the kid from Barcelona?
I hate those.
Oh, from Brazil. Sorry.
Which bro?
Hendrick. Tomorrow's stream. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, you guys enjoy that. Man. I'll do something else, man. I'm not talking about any more kids, man. Tired of
Big
fucking
up
talking about
everybody
kids,
that's locked in. Like, subscribe, and as always, up the